wet spots on my glasses. I got wet spots on my glasses. I got wet spots on my glasses. Asses. Just shit on my asses.
Can you please delete the tweets? Sorry to ask, but I've legit had a mental break. Sorry for the trouble. I know it sounds gay, but I do legit need a mental refresh and I'm going to touch grass for a week. I'd appreciate if you could do that for me so I can leave for a bit without this stress over me. Why are you saying that though? I'm just trying to be nice. It's the fucking internet, dude. This dude has been around for years and he doesn't understand that if you post shit, even if you think it's a nice little message that you're putting out there, people are going to mock you for it. It's literally that simple. Yeah, exactly. He's been long. Exactly. Either post it and don't care about the response. Can we watch the Let Me Speak video? Sure, link it to me. I've not got it on hand, but link it to me. So these are the tweet. This is the tweet that Bowblax is being asked to be deleted. Bowblax tweaking right now, and those tweets. I mean, it's literally something you could just ignore. Now, Bowblax did share some further context in what I believe is now a deleted tweet, so I can't see it. So I'll bring that up in just a sec. Okay. They're just goofy tweets, I don't think it's that deep. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm asking a favour, not an opinion, no offence. I swear I don't tell you to do it anymore. I know it's frustrating and not a big deal for most people, but I'd just like this thing in particular taken down. Sorry for being weird. This is spurging. This is top tier spurging. It's just a classic case. You best to ignore. Why ask to take it down? Why even engage? Just go away for a week. This tweet as well, right, has gotten 56,000 views since July. And some of that will be people just scrolling through their Twitter. Do you really need it taken down that much? Do you think people are going to see it? By the time you get back after your week, no one's going to fucking remember or care about it unless you make a big deal about it. So actually, the context that Bowblax wanted to share is here as well, look. Let me just, I think the tweet's deleted, so I'll have to throw it up like this. Hang on a sec. I don't think there was much that Josh really shared that further contextualizes this conversation, to be perfectly honest. But this is Bowblax's side of the combo. No, it's just this message. It's just this message, I think. It's just this message followed up by Bowblax saying thank you and Alex linking Animal J Smith's profile, and that's it. And then, so, you're good, man, I'm a dick, but if you're ever going through some shit, just let me know and I'll chill. I hope everything is fine with your sister. Also, you said you'd chill if I'm going through shit. So, okay, I'll tell you what happened here. It's very simple, very straightforward. Alex clearly was being kind of nice, right? And I think he was saying, like, if he's going too hard on something or he's being too obnoxious, like, just let me know and I'll chill. But I don't think that necessarily meant any tweet I ever make that you don't like, I'll delete if you ask me to. And I think that's how Bowblax interpreted it, particularly in the midst of his fucking mental break. So, yeah, I don't think Alex was giving an offer. If one of my tweets upsets you, let me know and I'll delete it. It was more like, if I'm ever going too hard on something or I'm being too obnoxious, we can talk about it, you know? And Bowblax interpreted it as ask me at any point, at any time, for any reason, and I'll just delete a tweet because you asked me to. So yeah, not good. I'm asking for a favour, not an opinion. Lol. You can take that attitude and go kick Matt Jarbo's boulders. My tweets are literally screenshots of what you said on Twitter. I don't know why it's bothering you so much, but you should figure it out and fix it before someone meaner than me starts picking up on this shit and blows it up to a king of nothing or tipster level. Pretty retarded tweets like mine shouldn't bother you like that. Yes, correct. Petty retarded tweets. Correct. They shouldn't. People posting what you yourself have said should not upset you to the point where you ask for it to be removed. So you just lied when you said you'd delete shit about me if I said I was going through it. Well, he never said that, did he? He said, you're good, man. I'm a dick, but if you're ever going through some shit, just let me know and I'll chill. I hope everything is fine with your sister. It wasn't, I'll delete tweets for you. It was, I'll chill out a bit. You can't just do that and expect me to respect you. I also said, no offense, you fucking pussy. Bit rich to call someone a pussy when you're coming in begging to have tweets deleted, okay? The context of that was you said, redacted, okay? And you were already getting ass blasted by the rest of the internet, so I felt fine deleting my shit. Comparing that shit to me posting screenshots of giving a funny overreaction to Tom is completely dishonest. Look in the fucking mirror, bro. You're asking a 1K follower Twitter account to take down 3 tweets about shit you said so that you can rest easy at night. Is this worse than the situation? Is this worse than that situation, but I really don't want to have to share details to prove it. All I'm asking for is a favour. Sorry for being overly aggressive. As I said earlier, I had a mental break today from other stuff in my life, and I'm not well, so just please delete it and forget this happened, bro. What the fuck? Fuck me, dude. That is rough. Just delete it and forget this happened. Just delete it and forget this happened. You posted something on the internet, dude. That's it. I don't care how mentally ill you are. You're supposed to be doing this for years. And you don't seem to grasp that you've posted something on the internet.
Not surprising. That's not shocking or surprising. The amount of people that have no understanding that the majority of people who usually cover content are not capable of handling what happens when they become covered content themselves continues to not shock me. I am disappointed. It is measurable. But I'm not surprised. It is not ever shocking to me. That keeps shocking some people.
Jesus Christ, dude. That's exactly what he said. Nothing. It was a complete nothing fucking thing. It was just this non-binary tweet that Josh put out, and Tom mocked him for it, and Bowblax overreacted. It was just a stupid meme. It was just a cringe thing. It wasn't deep, it wasn't a problem, it wasn't an issue. No one would have cared about it after a week. But now it's become this big fucking thing because he's freaked out about it more. Now Alex has posted his fucking DMs. Oh no! Not good. Not good at all. Okay, what is this? I keep hearing about this.
If your wife kills yourself, if I see you walking in the street and you're white, I'll bring up a gun. Call it self-defense. Police will shoot me. I'll be on the news and be praised.
What the fuck am I listening to? My God. Hello, Nick. We are about to witness history. Bowblax, Blacksy Blue, the boy himself, is coping, seething, and malding on the internet because he has become content after being a content drama creator. So we wait for the opportunity to see it happen live. Because Lord have fucking mercy, is this some bullshit that we are about to witness tonight? Which reminds me. Because this shit's gonna be fucking hilarious. I can only pray that it will be. What the fuck am I fucking witnessing?
Good.
In 2006, Bowblax went on to record a single hit, Black Lives Matter.
If your wife kills yourself, if I see you walking in the street and you're white, I'll bring up a gun.
2019, this song was leaking public.
Call it self-defense. Being non-black.
Just copy strike it. Yeah, it's morally wrong. But personally, if I had a video of mine that I didn't want I like that was unlisted, I'd immediately strike that. You're right, I'm striking it.
Wait, what?
Oh, Josh, no! You can't say the N-word like that! No!
Dude. Wait a second. So Bowblax did this kind of, well, it's actually kind of based, to be honest. But he did this like Black Lives Matter mocking song, and then people found it and posted it, and he started striking people because he didn't want it out there. Is that right?
We're re-uploading the Black Lives Matter song, and I was like, you know what? I don't feel comfortable with this being up and readily available for people to watch, so I just copyright striked it because it's mine. That's it.
I'm not gonna make this a big deal, but I'm just gonna put it on the record. That was kind of a dumb move.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Dude, that's why I didn't want to respond to it. I told you last stream when this was brought up to not bring it up. I literally bullshit.
I've heard the memes from this. I didn't know that. This is the first time that I'm hearing this information about this Black Lives Matter song, and he was striking people that were putting it up.
Are we cooking up on the menu? Bowblax is imploding, and I wanted to see it live in air. So, what I was going to do tonight was the same thing that we had done last night, which was another chapter of Dustborn, but I'm pushing that to Sunday, tomorrow, and we're going to look at this tonight, because we have no idea how long this stream's going to go for. Another 63 minutes before he starts it. So I'm capping this for any person who has no idea about the drama, because I haven't been able to cover drama. What did he do? Some snake shit. Watch the video that's on screen. It will lay it out for you.
Dude. Oh, that is insane, dude. You can't do that, dude. You've got to just let it go. I mean, I guess it depends. Like, there's reactions, fine. You know, dude, I don't know, man. It's a fucking throwaway music video. You're hardly fucking like protecting your copyright because you're concerned about, you know, the rules of fair use. You're doing it because you don't like it and you're embarrassed. That's just a really retarded reason to file a copyright strike against someone.
Shit, you did. You bullshit. You said that.
I did. I told you to not bring it up. You asked.
Your apology in an hour and 45 minutes.
No, that's not an apology. There's no apology. There's explanation. Let me speak.
Oh my god.
Yo.
Malding. Pure mold. Oh, this is the mold they tell you about when you're young. Yes, sir.
Oh, I disconnected, but what did I just walk in on?
Title of the screen.
What's wrong with Bowblax?
He's imploding. He's having himself a copious eve. There's no other way to describe it. The content creator who has gone on record for days, if not years on end, covering other people is now getting covered in the news, and you don't like it.
So is he becoming the locale that he doesn't like or something?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
I see.
This
So
yes.
I'm sorry. I apologize because I haven't been watching the streams as of late. But what's going on with him? Like, did he do something that caused this meltdown?
Yes. He was on a stream where he's basically being confronted about copy striking people about a cringy song that he made. He didn't like it being put out there. He's gone around into people's DMs asking for them to delete tweets of stupid drama that didn't matter until he made a nuisance of himself and thus made it matter. And what you just heard was him molding in that stream where he was confronting people over the song that were basically talking over him and him molding about not being allowed to speak. So he is going full tipster lolcow to the point where he is getting flamed in the chat of his own chat room for this stream that is about to launch in 59 minutes, where his own mods and other people in the moderation sphere of his audience are trying to recover whatever he believes he's supposed to recover with his optics and his ego in the situation after being exposed by lyrics and the other commentators with his particular behavior. So far right now in this chat room here on it, the guy that's doing moderation for him basically had his moderation taken from him. He gets confronted about it. He calls out the fact that he got his mod removed. Other people that I guess were subscribers of his subscriber members of his channel are calling out the fact that he claimed that he wanted it removed. He said that he was on board with being a Bowblax defender until lyrics leaked the call, or rather until he leaked the lyrics call, and people are just calling him an autist, calling him a troll, calling him a fucking lolcow. People saying that he can't compare it to Augie RC, etc., 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 etc.
I haven't heard from Augie RC in a long time. I think the last thing I watched from him was like when FouseyTube had his meltdown and got arrested.
So basically, either this is a pre-recorded video that he has about the Lyrics Bully stream, or a stream that he's going to do. But more than likely, this video, or whatever this is, that's about to go live in 58 minutes, is going to get taken down quickly. So, to catch the chat up for what we're about to witness, we're looking through the most recent of Chud Logic coverage over Bowblax's feral rampage, Chud's decided to call it, with him raging out over all this commentary drama that he apparently can't handle after building up, I'm pretty sure it's a 250k channel covering drama. Fact check myself. But he even changed the fucking icon to blue. Oh my god. 313k sub channel that he's built up over years of covering drama. And apparently it is too much for him to be able to handle becoming the lolcow that gets milked. I don't know why he's doing it in this way. I don't know what's possessed him to do it. but literally a month ago he dropped a Best of Bowblax coverage after dropping Twitter versus Dr. Disrespect Part 2, and it is imploding on him. It is imploding on him. Because before that was Twitter versus Dante's and Tarzan, and then Twitter versus Dr. Disrespect and Ava Tyson, and then Dante's is breaking up with his girlfriend before it was then before Tarzan exposed information about Dante's relationship and his the abortion that him and his girlfriend went through, which pulled them into the limelight and all that other shit. He's basically having himself an I'm Alex, which is ironic because 2 months ago he was dunking on I'm Alex, and now he's the one getting dunked on. I'm not shocked. It's something that's very common where people can't handle being in the center of the attention or don't know how to handle the situation. That is the long and short of it. Anything else, you would need to watch along with me, because I've only watched 10 minutes of this Chud Logic video in question. So anything else is going to be in this video.
Content cop, you're on payroll, go find it.
The content cop.
The copy strike war rages on. Do you guys remember that video I made back in December talking about my copyright strike and how I'm worried that people can use the copyright system in a negative way to silence other creators? Well, it seems like this is actually going to become a reality, starting with a YouTuber called
Bowblax admits on stream that he's been copy striking channels who have re-uploaded his Black Lives Matter archive song.
But he is smart enough to know better given the spaces he
Thank you for the super chat. Bowblax admits on stream that he's been copyright striking channels.
Oh, it's not showing it on the... I don't know why it's doing that.
Because I have it centered on the other screen. Because whenever I pop it out, it has to be refocused on picture-in-picture.
Oh, there we go.
I strike down my... Dude, this is why I didn't want to respond to it. I told you last stream when this was brought up to not bring it up. I literally
bullshit you did. You bullshit you said that.
I did. I told you to not bring it up.
I didn't get the...
I read the chat. I didn't fucking... I wasn't like, hey, Bowblax, let's talk about the strike.
You don't have to read the chat.
I do have to read the chat. I read every single chat message.
Wait, okay. Oh, never mind. I won't get into the comment.
I don't know. I just think it was a bad move. I don't know what...
Yeah,
I don't think Bowblax is a bad guy. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not, like, turning on him right now. I'm just saying. It's just kind of a bad move.
Basically what happened is, people were re-uploading the Black Lives Matter song, and I was like, you know what, I don't feel comfortable with this being up and readily available for people to watch, so I just copyright striked it because it's mine. That's it. It's legal.
It's legal.
Bowblax, the same guy whose second channel that involves archiving drama content, was copy striking creators archiving his BLM song. I can understand the energy behind it. Realistically, if there's something out there that I didn't want to have up because either one, the thing was up for reasons that had nothing to do with something good. So like, somebody tried to drama bait in another server, and they tried to re-upload that drama bait the same way that people have been re-uploading drama about about Short Fat Otaku. I would probably remove it, especially if the person was taking it out of context to claim that I said something I didn't say, or claiming that I was doing something that I didn't do. There is 100% justification for that. However, in this situation, the problem is the hypocrisy. How can you be a drama archiver who then gets mad that people archive drama? You should know how this goes. You know how the business is. This is what you signed up for. If you don't like the rules of engagement, why did you choose to continue engaging in it up until the moment that you now had problems with it? That's the problem here. That's the first thing that people should pick up on. But of course, the hypocrisy really isn't the matter. It's more of the tard gum. It's that delicious, listen to his delicious screams that people are really stuck on right now. And I don't see a reason why it's not justified, because I remember how he claimed that people couldn't handle shit, and I can't believe they're mad. It's just tweets. I don't know how he's mad. I don't understand why he's upset. They're just tweets. He could have ignored them, but he chose not to. And now, here we are. Cope, seethe, cope. Coping and seething. I have no idea how else to phrase that, because that's really all it comes down to. It is nothing else but that. But hey, What do I know? I'm just some chud. Oh, it's embarrassing. He should be very embarrassed. But I don't think he's going to learn from this. It doesn't sound like he's learned from it, because there's other videos that have been made by Chud Logic and other people who are recapping this as well. But it does not seem like he's getting the message. It doesn't seem like he's learning a lesson from the situation. He's just angry, and he's upset that he can't get what he wants.
Legal, bro. Bowblax probably has criticised people for doing exactly this himself, no? And now he's using the same arguments that shady, like, people who use DMCA to take down shit they don't like, rather than protect the copyright. Holy fuck, dude. Bowblax, the same guy with his second channel that involves archiving drama content, was copy striking creators that archived his BLM song.
I take deleted content or inaccessible or hard to access content and put it over here in an archive format so people have an easier way to access it. I'm not trying to make money, I'm just trying to make stuff convenient for other people.
Oh,
For some reason, I thought Bowblax was British.
No.
Unless I'm
Yes.
confusing it with somebody else.
Yes, you are. I don't know which one you're talking about, but there's like 4 that you just described. In the same stream, Bowblax tries to downplay the strikes and pretend that all boils down to little YouTubers trying to create fake drama. That's a stretch. That doesn't make sense. Fake drama would be the encapsulation of what I've been trying to put down in words as simplified as possible for my Once Human review, past the parts that have to do with the content. Because there's no way inside of my Once Human review, which is what's been holding up a majority of my shit, because people said they were going to help with it, with transcribing, transliterating, and voicing some of the things that I now have to find ulterior ways to deal with just so I don't re-traumatize myself through the editing process. Fake drama is when you go to a YouTuber's channel, when they're not talking about anything to do with Once Human, or anything to do with the game, and they are covering other things while just playing the game, and one manning and one guy in the chat room, walking out of the room for a second, one guy in the chat room, until you make all of the attention on the chat become centered on you. Either throwing a shit fit, or trying to annoy the content creator, until they either ban you, block you, or remove you, and then using the fact that you are inside of the game that they're playing to tell people what he's doing in the chat room. That's creation of fake drama. Using your friends in higher places on Reddit to try and gaslight and gatekeep and girlboss and astroturf somebody like Frogan into being a relevant person, because this is happening at the same time right now on Twitter. Trying to gaslight, gatekeep, girlboss, and astroturf her to be a popular content creator, but she can't break fucking 100 viewers on her own, let alone with your help and assistance. Meanwhile, on the other side of the barrier, Stardust, at Tweets from Stardust, is getting pressed by people who are attacking her appearance when she herself says, "I look like Danny DeVito playing the Penguin," because of her facial features. And it's by no name literally who's that just want to accost her because they don't like her. That's fake drama. Because the real drama in that situation is the fact that Frogan is once again reinserting herself into drama concerning anything to do with Ethan Klein. And Ethan Klein responding, I think at the time it was like 5 hours ago, but now it's like 16, if not a day past, responding saying this is the reason why Leftovers is cancelled. Because this is the attitude of people inside of Hassan's audience. This is the opinion that Hassan was defending. These are the people that Hassan actively caped for. And I can't allow this here because I am an Israeli and I'm married to an Israeli and I do not want this kind of behavior to be associated with my work. That's real drama versus fake drama. This is definitely drama that Bowblax made of himself. Maybe it started out as fake with people saying, bro, you shouldn't be upset with me. This is naturally what I do all the time. But much like how, say, Pokimane could have people come at her saying, oh, there she goes, Amain once again getting mad at people, laughing about her in the fart compilation, since it's banned words in her chat room. The fake drama would be people trying to equate something as bigger and serious when it's not, but he made it into real drama himself by then choosing to spurg the way that he did over something that shouldn't bother him, because he knows how the game works. He knows how the ship is supposed to go. And attempting to make it sound as though other people are attacking him, calling them little YouTubers, it doesn't matter if they have 1 view, 100 views, 1 sub, 100 subs, 600 subs, or they're the biggest content creator on the channel. People are noticing you throwing a shit fit. So, cope, see? If you don't like the fact that people are covering it, you should have shut the fuck up when you had a chance. But you didn't. And now here we are. Kinda bullshit, if you ask me. It's kinda bullshit. Of course. I'm back. Is there someone that likes being a lolcow? Realistically, no. Because if you're a lolcow, there's a difference between somebody who's milking a situation and just being a drama whore. The word you're looking for there, Lucas, would be drama whore. There's a difference between being a drama whore and being a lolcow. Because the implication of calling somebody a cow is that they are being milked. They are being milked for content. The cow doesn't get to control how they get milked, right? If you're a drama whore and you insert your shit into anything, if you were me, right now, you could claim that I'm being a drama whore if you wanted to see this from Bowblax's perspective. Oh, these little YouTubers trying to create fake drama, talking about the situation for no reason. Okay, absolutely. Yes, I'm milking your ass because you are a cow and you deserve to be milked and extracted. And we will put you on a drip feed until you stop drip feeding. And the way you stop doing that is stop getting involved in shit that other people can see. Simple. You don't want to get milked? Get off the fucking milker. If you're a drama whore, let's use, off the top of my head, the easiest one I can go for is technically Drama Alert and Keemstar, depending on the situation. Because there was a situation that happened last week that I didn't cover that I will cover on Monday probably, because I'll have a lot of content to cover for Carl at home. Boy, am I behind on the drama that's been happening in the week. But there was a situation involving a woman who was trying to claim that Keemstar was basically feigning insult and ignorance because of the whole shit involving Shadman. And if you all remember, Shadman definitely drew art of his daughter. Of course he has reason to be upset about that. What's the person's name? The person's name was... Looking, because it's right here inside of the date. It should be in podcast ideas. It might be in the other one. No, it's not. Here it is. Person by the name of Surprise Witness, JD, trying to basically claim that he's pretending in a victim and then following behind herself to say that she didn't pretend. I noticed this, Horror noticed this, and Jay also noticed it. So she chimed in with Xylee Gets Real, who was starting the coverage of the situation, another person who covers shit like this, and she added a screen cap to the pile, showing that in the recent video on the Mr. Beast shit, that she called the male victim with PTSD a crybaby. People like this, whether they could say that they were supposed to be the milkers, it's very easy to become the milky. It's very easy to become a lolcow. And the reason why is because if you, it's the comparison of a monkey with his hand caught in a tree, where he's trying to get honey out of a beehive inside the tree. The allegory that Dave Chappelle used for when he chose to walk away from the Chappelle show. They want to milk the situation for whatever dumb reason they have to argue for it and stand on the matter for it. But they care too much than a normal person would. So a drama milker trying to make money off of a situation or trying to bring entertainment to their audience is watching the retarded shit of a situation. They're going to watch the situation and they're going to be a mild amount of distance away from it. They're involved enough that they know what's going on in it, but they're not directly involved. They're just an idle watcher. They are eating popcorn. They are watching and enjoying the show. The moment you jump into the shit, which in this case is what Bowblax chose to do, you become the content. And then there has to be justification for why. So, let's say I was the person who was being subjugated. Why would I be in the middle of attention? I could give you a perfect example from my past. That's a part of my Coral lore. Back when Elizabeth was doing the dumb shit she was doing under the name Smug Roko before she became Yokai Writer TV as a VTuber. I told her, do not do dumb shit. If you're gonna be a reporter, learn how to do journalism. Journalism is not acting like a shit-flinging AIDS pig on the internet. If you don't know what those words are, please look up Urban Dictionary. She decided to ignore my advice. After doing the modicum of defense that I would need to do, namely because she had a past with people who didn't like her, so they kept trying to claim that she was a catfishing black Jewish guy by the name of Alex Segal. You look that shit up, you'll find out a lot about it, because a lot of people like spreading it around because they don't actually lurk enough on Kiwi Farms to know anything about this, because this is all documented shit. They get upset at her, they go to Kiwi Farms, they try to re-up the Alex Segal bullshit, and so happened to be that a member of her former friend group, called the Duane Gang, tried to go there to astroturf information that was false into the platform. I caught him, honeydicked him, exposed him, and then further exposed her, because I said, I'm gonna protect you from this shit, but I'm going to let your fucking ass burn, because I'm tired of your bullshit. After they ran out of shit to deal with her, they tried to turn on to myself, Amy, Poe, and anybody else around her, because they no longer had Tard come to get out of her. So, if they can't attack the cow, now they're gonna attack the cow wranglers. They're gonna attack the Tard wranglers. This is the same reason why horror distances herself from the sector and other kinds of drama bullshit that has to do with people like Tipster, because she was effectively a Tard wrangler for Tipster and people from that side. And when she had things happen to her, this led to her being in a situation where she didn't want to be associated with that element, because the shit gets too fast too quickly. Because one, people don't know how to fucking know when to leave well enough alone. For most people, there is a point where you reach the point of being brain dead, stuck and internet pilled. Being too permanently online, where you don't see a problem with anything. This is where most of Kiwi Farms has gotten to within the few years. Not all of them, but enough to where it's like, bro, it doesn't matter. We already do be like 5 steps away from doxing. Let's go over the line and let's go even further. Because some people they can't stop. They hate them so much, why would they care? What's gonna happen to me? I'm just one guy in a faceless anonymous mass. This is for the effort. This is for the culture. But what's the culture of harassing somebody past the point where they've already been defeated? This is basically equivalent of breaking somebody's legs after you've already robbed them for their lunch money, or for the purposes of wanting to humiliate somebody and remind them that they're not big for their britches. There's a point where, okay, since you've decided to do this, now you gotta do this. Then because you did this, now I'm gonna do this. Okay, the man's ruined, his reputation is fucked up, the man is broken, hello horror, the man is ruined, his reputation is fucked up, okay, we're done. Hey wait, Donnie, what you doing? I'm getting the flamethrower. What do you mean getting the flamethrower? We gotta burn him. No, the fuck we don't, that's manslaughter. We already robbed him, why not just let him live his life, doesn't that? That's where most people get to when they deal with Kiwi Farms bullshit. You might have noticed within the last few months, especially that they've now made a new official more distanced away from Joshua Moon, if it's probably not already being operated by him, like GNN-styled Twitter account where they actually give updates about shit from the website. You might have noticed that they started doing that, and that's because they need to change the perspective of how it's looked at. Because realistically, the way that it goes is that something gets recorded on Kiwi Farms. It's already news. It then gets picked up by somebody like Destiny. So big YouTuber McBig channel starts covering the news topic. But people look at it, but they don't look into it. They just see it as drama, to be entertained. Something to chew popcorn at. Not something that's a piece of media that needs to be reported on. Then, it gets to somebody like Mudahar, who clearly has demonstrated he can't handle his internet cringe either. Oh, I surf around on the dark web, but I can't handle the Pachit, Boo-Poo, and Lou jokes. Gets picked up by another YouTuber. Maybe more hyper-focuses on the issue and refocuses on it when it's become back into the news media cycle. This happened to be the case with people like Keffels. The shit had already been discussed, it had already been described and exposed, because that's why all that came into focus over 2.5 to 3 years ago. Then he comes back around and does the whole, well, this isn't new news, but it's new to you, to try and bring up and refocus onto making it about himself by saying, guys, I broke the news story, but he didn't. So, just like in that situation, it became very obvious that he can't handle that shit. Sure, say that Twitter has become more toxic and more obnoxious within the last few months. under the ownership of Elon. But imagine how much worse the platform would have been if, at the same time you say that, Sleeping Giants and all the other media watchdog groups that work on behalf of literal Antifa cells, if not literal terrorist splinter cells, were still allowed to operate in the way to use persecution to remove your ability to even discuss or talk about anything you wanted to. And everything was as astroturfed as it was before under the Ajit Pagwal and the Jack Dorsey style of Twitter under Vijaya Gadad. Vijaya Gadad. I don't want to say she's Pakistani, but Indian woman who was the head of social media. The ones that when they were on and being cross-examined, the 2-on-2 of Joe Rogan and Tim Pool versus Jack Dorsey and Vijaya, they basically lied out of the side of the fucking mouth and said the things that we're doing, we're not trying to do for these purposes. But then exposed with Twitter files, they actually were doing it. Twitter files is another case example of it. Another case example of everything that we already knew, but now confirmed by in-media documents, files, and the Boolean script statements that they use for the bot scrapers to punish us, but not very well communicated. Because instead of having people like Nick Monroe, which those of you who were there that saw my coverage and my breakdown of how Nick has been fucked over constantly, and is still getting fucked over, by the way, he has not gotten his accounts back. The same way that he's getting fucked over, people like Hassan Piker, who can actively call for the death of a sitting senator by, quote, vague posting a improvised arsenal device, still there, still operating. These people put themselves in the line of fire. They do not make more than they do produce. They don't make enough money upon where they can say, bro, I'm just monetizing this for content. Because of course, when you get to the Hassan level, it's all content. It doesn't really matter. You could turn your stream off. You could stream for 5 hours a day, and you will make more than I could ever hope to make within 100 hours of Sigma grind setting my ass off. Period. But they can't handle being in the center of drama because it's about ego at that point. Very often, no matter who it is, no matter what size they are, there's always going to be a point where somebody becomes too big for the britches like this. And this happens to be the case today for fucking Bowblax, which, again, not shocked by. But that's the difference. If you are a lolcow, you can't control yourself. You constantly just have to go back and go back and go back and defend yourself. Because you can't let the shit go. A good example of that would be if I was just permanently brain broken and stuck on the once human and the people griefing me. But you see, there's a difference there, right? Because cow tipping is the problem. And cow tipping is the reason why that line is always broken. You witnessing somebody get into a fucking car crash is different than being the guy who throws a cinder block through the window and causes the 32 car pileup. Does that make sense? It should. That's a question. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, yes.
That was also mostly to the chat. Might follow up. Like, yeah, the chat's on delay, so. But yeah, you cannot cause the drama. You cannot cause the drama and then say, I'm not responsible. I did nothing. My hands are clean. No, the fuck they're not. Blood is on your hands. Whether it be actual blood, or it be the creation of the drama, and then you trying to remove yourself from the situation while you rake in money about it. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. Bowblax is now going about it the wrong way, and he's trying to use his position to minimize the criticism of people who are going to see him doing what he's doing and call him on the bullshit. Anybody can be susceptible to this. Anybody. It can happen to anyone, and absolutely anybody can get it. That's supposed to be the rule of commentary drama. Anybody can make a name for themselves. All you gotta do is have a fucking webcam and a microphone and the ability to notice this shit happening.
Or have a little funny talk sprite.
Or just be a consistent nudicer. But they can't. This whole part of you are always online, you're being witnessed on a camera permanently, does not sink into people's heads. Also, Aqua says hello. I don't know why Aqua's not in here to look at it, but Aqua says hello, chat. Saf.
Hello.
You can't say things like this and do things like this, which is often why when most people end up talking about a problem like this, they usually mention the fact that they're content creators, and people will be like, bro, I don't care if you're a content creator, but it's another way of saying I do this as a job, right? You're talking about shit that's innocuous, but I do this as a job, and I understand where the fucking line is. It's up to you. You're your own man, bro. I'm telling to get you to do nothing you don't want to do. You cannot do what Bowblax is doing and then say, I don't deserve to be discussed. Because by choosing to care, you have failed the first test. And thus, you open yourself to the criticism. Of course, there's going to be some people who are going to just have bullshit reasons to attack you. Actual, quote, fake drama shit. But but the moment that you chose to spurg like this on a fucking recorded digital medium, and then put yourself on the internet, actively being upset about it and showing that you actively care, was the moment this was cooked. You are cooked. The only thing you can do now is extract yourself and let people laugh at you until they forget. But they're not going to forget now. And while I'm looking, 31 minutes. At least 98 people waiting for him to stream. Or whatever this video is. I assume it has to be a video. I don't know if it's a live stream.
So it's not just like, you know, or where you do reading tweet, literally archiving other people's content. Well, I mean, the tweet thing, dude, I mean, you don't even need the tweet thing. It is just simply that he has got a channel where he uploads other content that isn't his to archive it, and then he's striking other people for doing exactly the same thing. In the same stream, Bowblax tries to downplay the strikes and pretend it all boils down to little YouTubers trying to create fake drama.
Scumbag Hector made a video on Bowblax calling him a false flagger.
Spamming that in the chat. I'm not gonna respond. I don't care.
What is that? The BLM thing?
Yeah. It's just dumb. Little YouTube.
I don't know, Bowblax. I'm gonna be honest. That was a fucking. I'm not gonna make this a big deal, but I'm just gonna put it on the record. That was kind of a dumb move.
Right?
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Here it
your
goes.
opinion.
The very lightest of silk gloves has been slipped on with fucking Bowblax here. Dude. A dumb move. I get it, right? Like, these guys are friends or whatever, but fuck me, that is utterly insane, hypocritical. It's like despicable. It's like despicable to do that, especially when you've got an archive channel and presumably you were criticizing others for doing this.
It could be worse. Bowblax could have also false flagged a video criticizing him.
There's nothing wrong with
It's
it.
just bad optics.
I guess. Whatever.
Wait, it's no. It's not. Okay, it's not just bad optics. It goes beyond just bad optics. It's a bad thing to do on its face, regardless of the optics. Oh, this is old. This is from. I don't know when it was originally recorded or whatever, but it's from 2020, so it's old drama.
Whenever you give them that screenshot video taken down by Bowblax, that's all they need. No, it's not a false flag.
It's not a false flag. It's not a false flag.
I don't think anybody said it was a false flag, but it's just kind of.
No, someone in the chat said it was.
Oh.
But I guess maybe Mimi. Okay.
I don't know. It's not false. It's not illegal. It's just not a good move. That's just my take.
Several days later.
Vatican uploads a video showing that Bowblax false copyright striked his criticism video. Criticism video of what? The text is small. Let me enlarge this. Bowblax tantrum exposed. False copyright strikes Van Tactician. But what was the conversation about?
Bowblax tantrum is exposed. False copyright strikes. What was that?
Beautiful Resources said it's a video? Okay.
Hey, due to I don't know what that is. Due to a copyright takedown notice that we've received, was take down your video from YouTube, the N-word song by Bowblax, and got a copyright strike as well.
Okay, so taken down because he took down the thing.
Oh. So it wasn't even done with the 7-day notification thing, I think you can do. It was like take down and strike immediately.
Swordsman Tactician, Inward Song of Bowblax, my criticism video of the takedown, and then the reference of how quickly it was taken down. Okay.
No, it's not a false flag.
It's not a false flag. It's not a false flag.
I don't think anybody said it was a false flag.
After it's revealed that Bowblax lied about the strike, people again asked him about it again on live streams.
I was in my copyright tab, and I was trying to take down re-uploads of the Black Lives Matter song, which was a bad judgment call. Again, it wasn't false for some of them, but it was a bad judgment call, so I undid those two. But in the crossfire, I had a transformative one come up, and I accidentally striked it, and I immediately, as soon as I figured that out, which was only like 10 minutes after, I contacted user support. And
I hate to point this out, but he sounds like YMS a little bit.
YMS has a much more angry, deeper sounding voice. And he is British. Or he might be some type of Englander. But, his voice is noticeably different.
And then he deleted it to make it look like it.
This is a lot more nasally. This is like if YMS, or excuse me, I Ate Everything is the person I'm thinking of. This is like if I Ate Everything had a very bad nasal day. Like I did when I first started having nasal drip.
Still down. So I'm not a fucking false flagger. I'm not a fucking deplatform.
Accidentally.
How do you accidentally take it down? Here's the first question. How do you accidentally do it? Accidentally implies that you were clicking accidentally. When I accidentally am inside of a menu where a game tracks what key I'm holding and I'm still accidentally holding down F, I can accidentally do something. In order to copy strike somebody, you first need to go to your archive page. Then, after you go to the archive page, you have to go look at the updates that it shows you for the copyright. Because I have multiple channels, specifically on YouTube, of the ones that I actively use. Because I have 2 that have been retired for reasons of how I chose to change my content. Another one just being a channel that was tied to an email that I couldn't control. You go into the copyright, and it shows you where your copyrights come from. So whenever I upload content that comes from my Twitch channel, from my YouTube channel, and then it gets re-uploaded to my secondary YouTube channel, the system automatically pings it to my main channel and tells me, here's the channel that's doing this video. Here's how many pieces of content came from your original content. And it shows it in percentages of either 0% to 100%. You have buttons where it says, send a notification, claim, send to archive, which allows you to document the fact that it's pinged it, but you're not going to take action on it, but you're aware that it exists. There's no accidentally striking them. Because first off, you're admitting that you are going through and removing the VODs of it. This is what people are criticizing you for. You're admitting that you're not doing it on accident. By you saying, oh, I was taking down VODs and I accidentally took down one of the transformative ones, you shouldn't be taking them down unless you're actually aware of whether it's a true re-upload or if it's a person being transformative. And what you did is that you took down the re-upload and then you took down criticism of it. How did you take down criticism accidentally? Are you not looking through them before you do them?
It was a virus.
It's inherently bullshit. You just have to admit that you did it. It's your fault. You're a fucking idiot. Accept that you're being a fucking idiot. Accept that it happened. Be upset. Be mad. Do not go onto a live stream to then go stream about how you're upset. Be mad in silence. Real lolcows cry in silence. But I just want to silence. But you silence. That's what you should do. Is that the lolcow live? No way. 1 second. That cannot be the lolcow live. If it is, hello, hi. But you can't go on and then mauled on a stream. Because first off, the first test, you already failed it. That was getting mad at the situation and doing what you're doing. The second test is you should definitely not admit it. This is not me giving advice on how to avoid these things. This is how you can manage your emotions if you find yourself in this situation. Whether you are legitimately upset or if somebody is, what's the word for it? Because I don't think there's a word consistent to pedo jacketing for being outraged. I don't want to call it outrage jacketing, but let's use that for the time being. If somebody accuses you of being outrage jacketing and trying to label you as upset so they can monetize you for clout, you should ignore them. Period. Ignore them. Ignore the question when people ask. And then tell them, one, if they keep asking and they're like, you're dodging the question, you know this is true, lol, you should either address it and then move on from it and not readdress it again, or have an easy-to-reference answer that debunks immediately the claim that's being said. So let's say somebody wanted to pedo jacket me, and they say, Carl, you're a pedophile, you're a rapist, you abuse women, you abuse your wife, you abuse your son, you abuse these people. Why would I address that? Outside of the things that I choose to post, there is no examples of these things happening. There is no evidence of these things happening. There's no conversations of any kind of abuse that could be happening. And if it were to happen, if they were to produce something that proved it, I would immediately fact-check it against any kind of physical VOD that has ever existed in existence on my channels, or has been presented for my channels. And I would either find out that it's fake, a lie, or a misconstruement of something that happened. Like, whenever I have to walk out of the room, and I don't remember to mute my microphone when I'm talking to somebody in my home. And then you address it, and you call out, this person is doing this because they want to bring attention to it, and you break down why it is. It's like, how do you make a joke unfunny? How do you remove the energy behind the drama so that they have nothing to monetize it with? It's that scene from 8 Mile where Rabbit actively admits that he's a piece of shit, and then he exposes Clarence for being from a good family home and trying to be a poser, claiming that he's a hood street rapper. You take the energy out and like, oh no, yeah, absolutely, I'm being a retard. Yeah, absolutely, I was upset. I was pissing mad. What else you gonna say, bitch? And you move on from it. Because if it's something legitimately serious to be upset about, you wouldn't be addressing it in a live stream. You definitely shouldn't. Because word of mouth with no filter never works out well for anybody. Unless you're really good at oration and speaking. And if you are good at oration and speaking, they're going to claim that you're faking and you're avoiding anyways. You cannot win. You cannot win. So because you cannot win when this happens, your only choice is to remove yourself and everything that you have to do with the situation. And when people try to monetize it for whatever it is, understand that you cannot respond and win. There's no way to. This is not the avenue upon which you win. This is not the battlefield for you to fight on. You're not going to fight on their terms where they can see you react emotionally, because that's the hardest part of being a live streamer. That live reaction where somebody can take your raw reaction from something and remove all context from it, and the thing that people remember is not the truth, but the proportion of the presentation that you've made for it. That's what people are going to remember. They're not going to remember the thing that caused the situation. They're going to remember the outburst. They're going to remember the emotion. They're going to remember the emotional investment. So, even if, let's say the N-word song was actually somebody's donation request. Somebody donated $1,000 to Bowblax for him to sing this really cringy song that they wrote. But they removed the context that he didn't write this. They wrote it. And it was a re-upload from a deleted live stream that he did to confirm that he did the request and fulfilled the request for the person. The same way that somebody paid me $30 and asked me to make Feet Lasagna as a fan song for Peppa Pipkin. If they took that out of context and claimed, oh no, Carl's just a foot fetishist, he just loves feet, and he's a big fan of Pippa, and he loves and wants to smell Pippa's feet and put it all in his mouth, I would just simply go to my Ko-fi, where the donation came from, show the entire writing process, how I made the thumbnail, and then the delivery of the video, call this person a fucking retard, and then move on with my life. Because I know the truth and they don't. And they're hoping that there aren't enough people interested in the details of the truth, that they're not willing to dive deep and actually dig into it to find out whether they're lying or telling the truth. Because if they're lying, okay, they're a fucking retard, and we move on with our lives. We ignore them. They're discredited. This is what happened to Boogie. Boogie lied, about his cancer. He lied either about the type of cancer that he had or that he had cancer in perpetuity, period. We know what happened, but walk with me. Boogie lies about his cancer. People call him out about it. He tries to confront it. What's the easy answer? Okay, I'm gonna challenge you to show me your patient portal live on camera. Say less, bitch! Click, 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 click. Pay me my money! Pay me my money! Pay me my money! Because if I'm not lying, what the fuck do I have to... What the fuck do I look like or sound like saying, no, I said I would never take this long. No, baby. I said I told the truth. Pay me my money. It would be hilarious the amount of ways that if I was him in that situation and I knew that it was a hoax, people trying to push onto me, and I was being called a liar, but I actually have fucking cancer, that I just it'd be hilarious the ways I'd come up with showing my fucking camera to the screen or showing the evidence to the screen. But for some fucking reason, people haven't figured out how to handle these things. Probably because most people don't find themselves in these situations, or they don't think enough actively about them. This has more to do with understanding how people's mentalities work and how people think about how to make the content more entertaining for rollout than it is finding ways to scheme people over. But these are the things that you gotta think about when you're in situations like this. He's breaking all the cardinal rules right here in this live stream. Oh, that's so fucking dumb. How long? 15 minutes.
Right, okay, dude. I mean, how do you accidentally do something like that? Do you know how you avoid accidentally doing stuff like that? You just don't flag content of yours that gets re-uploaded.
There you go. Thank you. Chud Logic would be great at single player Carl. And single player Carl is great at Chud Logic.
That's the best way to deal with that, I think. Just don't do it. There's no need, is there? Especially for some shitty song that people are just uploading to archive something. Like, why would you, like, just don't do it. Just leave it. Literally, again, leave it alone. Oh my god, dude, this is so insane.
Shut the fuck up, you're retarded. You know? And we want to compare to, like, the Pokimane copyright strike or whatever. It's like, I talked with Pokimane, she apologized, I accept the apology, I was trying to give her benefit of the doubt in so many ways.
It is in fact the Lolcow Live. Hello, sirs. How are you doing? Welcome.
It's not the same situation in the slightest, alright? So...
Well, then...
Okay, so the Pokimane fart compilation, the Pokimane takedown, was a content creator maliciously using her fame, her popularity, and the fact that she is a woman. I'm sorry to say that females in my audience, but that's an actual honest truth. And Maine is very much a rich bitch who loves to use her power and loves to use her status in order to status game check other people. It is the thing that women do when they have power. They use the status game to G-check people, because men will do this hierarchy game out in open. They will brag about their numbers. They'll use their height to be able to put people back into a perspective of, you need to realize what you're doing. Sometimes they do it for optics, sometimes they do it for whatever. Pokimane, this is a status game that they do in private, because you can't act like a bitch out in public. Then people would see that you're acting like a bitch out in public, and they'd be like, oh, damn, that's crazy. I was told that she was a positive person. But here she is calling somebody a bleep, 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 bleep. That should suck their bleep on the bleep, 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 bleep. It just doesn't work. So, private status games, because anybody who knows anything about what she was molding about like 3 to 4 months ago, right on the back of the Mina Cookie shit, she basically stopped streaming on, or is beginning to stop streaming on Twitch, because she wanted to change to YouTube, because she didn't like the fact that she was basically becoming not as popular on that platform compared to others, so she wanted to diversify the rollout of her content. Things like that. That leads to that, in like all the facets that matter. So, completely understandable there. That's all that fucking is, really, at the end of the day.
May I ask which Lolcow Live you're talking about?
The Lolcow Live. I take it you're not aware of Lolcow Live.
Is it the one with Boogie and...
Yeah.
So is somebody else running the channel, or I'm confused?
It is the link I'm about to hit you. It is the very same people. They're in the chat.
Oh.
That Lolcow Live.
Hawaii.
Small world. Small world.
Fake suggestions of copyright content on my channel. Let's have a look. Dude, it's actually kind of annoying because I always get these like notifications through. But anyway, so this is a list of content. For some reason, when you show it on stream, sometimes YouTube thinks you're the originator of the content. Very weird. But let's just take this one. Body cam footage shows police mistakenly shooting on a handcuffed man because of an acorn. How do you do it? Request removal now. I mean, you'd have to like. I mean, I don't know if it was exactly the same back then, but you'd have to like look at the video, and you know, it'd be quite difficult to do this accidentally. I mean, you'd see it, wouldn't you? And also, you do get these two options here, where you can schedule a takedown, and that means at least they get a notification to take it down rather than giving them a copyright strike. But then if you do request removal now, it issues an immediate strike normally. So. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't buy this idea that it was an accident. I think it was an autistic spurg out, freaking out, angry at someone for doing it, lashing out. That seems far more likely than accidentally clicking on it, you know?
That video was getting a lot of traction at the time, and just being completely honest with you guys, I kind of want...
Ow, fucking Christ. We have the same brain cell, me and Chud Logic.
to be over with all the petty drama.
People were re-uploading the Black Lives Matter song, and I was like, you know what, I don't feel comfortable with this being up and it's readily available for people to watch.
Although I was legally within my right to take down the video, morally and as a content creator, it wasn't something that I should have done.
So I just copyright strike because it's mine. That's it. It's legal. And I was high. Yeah, I was fucking high. Okay. But I didn't mention it because, like, I don't know, that doesn't take away from the responsibility that I did it. But I didn't mention it because, like, I don't know, that doesn't take away.
Hey, Bowblax, remove this man's strike ASAP. This makes us look like hypocrites.
Oh, we got a message from Tommy C. Hey, Bowblax, remove this man's strike ASAP. This makes us all look like hypocrites. From Bobby. Tried to 2 days ago. YouTube support is being slow. Was fucking around with the copyright tab. Went all high and took them down by mistake. How do you do that by fucking mistake? And why are you inside of your fucking backlog while high? This implies that you just don't know how to handle your weed, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Tried 2 days ago. YouTube support is being slow. Was fucking around with the copyright tab while high and took them down by mistake. My bad.
Big if true, but that means you're a retard. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. You fucking dumb ass. You need to get your ass in your bed and stop smoking all that grass.
How? How do you do it by mistake, dude? It makes no sense. I just think it's far more likely. Nicholas DeFatio does the same shit, by the way. What issue strikes against people that are critical of him? I don't know if that's true. Have you got evidence of
it? It is, but the things that he would probably strike probably have to do more with the kind of thing that you would definitely take down with people spreading actual misinformation than anything else. It depends. It's probably something to look into after the situation, but it completely depends.
So that by all means present it. But I'm not familiar with, I mean, I wasn't familiar with this to be fair, but I don't know of anything where Nicholas has like struck a channel because they've put something up of his, a clip of him, or, you know, reaction to him or something.
It's more likely that Nicholas Dior will block you on Twitter than he is to try and take down your content directly and then attempt to ignore it, because technically, well, that's not even technically, literally, if you think about it through the basic way that it would work through, you would have more of a reason to call him out for trying to silence your opinion than you would for him ignoring your opinion. Him ignoring your opinion, and then you trying to make him react to your opinion, makes you look like the oncoming insulter, and thus you're trying to get clout. If he removes your opinion, and then runs away every single time that you mention, hey, you took down my video, and you can show and are readily able to say, no, you took my shit down. Here's the support message. Here's the clip. Here's the example. Here's the details. And every single time he tries to evade it, tries to frame you as coping, seething, lying, just a hater, just a little small guy. And then somebody finally gives you the chance to argue your case, which, if they're willing to go on the tape and explain it and demonstrate it and show it, and they don't hold anything back, makes it much more likely to be legitimate than it is fake. Because if it's fake and they've gotten through and you didn't fact check it, it's going to be one of those situations where all of the who's who are going to tell you you're a fucking spur retard, go somewhere. And then you end up in the Mr. Girl cycle, or in this case, the Max Carson cycle. If it's legitimate, and they try to ignore it, and or evade it, it's going to give you more legitimacy. So like Gokunaro making his video vigilante, it legitimizes his criticisms and opinions when Ethan Klein goes to have his video removed, the same way that all the people that basically were happy and hoping and cheering over Leafy's hair being taken down, over Pokimane being upset that he was criticizing her on the same level. You can't really judge them by the same comparative amount, depending, but like the point still remains, right? Using your clout and using your power to silence somebody who's doing anything close to legitimate journalism because you don't like them, that is not right. And if a YouTuber can crush the opinion of a dissenting disagreeer because I'm bigger than you, therefore I will use my power to silence you, that is the point at which it is literally now the job of every commentary YouTuber to look into the situation because you have silenced the voice of the dissenter. I want to know why you silenced him. What made that nigga really that mad? And then if I dig it... Yes?
Do you want the tea about what I was saying earlier?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Chud did a stream today going over a lot of the stuff that just came out. I'm not sure if you're aware, but Bowblax apparently had a private call, Discord call with Lyrics, and recorded it without Lyrics knowing.
Okay.
He then proceeded to leak that to Smaggledaggle, which is one of the people that hangs around with him quite frequently. And that got out even faster because he accidentally screenshotted the link, the unlisted link, to that video, which is now privated. And everybody got a hold of it.
Okay.
So, said person, Smaggle, came on the Chud stream today and said that he thinks it's going to be a video and not an actual live stream.
Okay.
Because Bowblax had told him as such privately.
Okay, that's pretty much what I thought was the case, but I was missing a couple of details there.
And all this is nuts because I saw this entire scenario with Bowblax striking shit and freaking out about it in real time. Because I was an avid Augie RFC watcher at the time.
Okay.
So I saw the stream, the infamous Boo stream, as he calls it, where he loses his mind because Nick calls him out for copyright striking or full-blown striking people.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh man, it just... But yeah, that's pretty much the breakdown of all of this, and like, all of this could have been avoided if Bowblax didn't act like a spurg. And then, if he had people in his corner that told him, take your fucking ass off and do something other than get mad about the situation. But you see because he doesn't have them.
The problem with that is he had people telling him that.
Well, I'm looking here inside of the fucking upload, and there's multiple people, along with a person that apparently was demodded, that said, bro, I was on your side until you started ignoring us, then fuck you. It's like, it's crazy.
Nick put it this way. The guy I knew the last 4 years, this isn't the same guy. This is not Josh anymore. He doesn't know who this person is. He's gone completely off the deep end. From what he said is that something happened 2 months ago that was really bad and traumatic that caused him to take a break. And he was telling all of his inner circle that he was getting help for that. Now they've come to find out he lied. Because he said in private with, I think, Xylee, Nick, and a couple other people, I think Chris the Narc maybe, and a couple other people, that he wasn't going to do this stream/premiered video, or he wasn't going to touch it, and then not long after that decided that he was going to do it. So he's pissed everybody off. Everybody that's close to him, he's literally burned the bridge with, including Nick. Nick's not not even close to defending him anymore. He wasn't defending him in the first place with this stuff. He was just remaining
neutral.
Kind of neutral. Like, he said that he's being snaky, but he's not going to get into what's going on because that's a personal matter, and he doesn't want to put him on blast like that, which I can respect.
Yes.
So yeah, this is spiraled way more than out of control.
I would be interested in finding out exactly what's going on inside of Bowblax's head. Because
all I know is that he says this has something to do with childhood trauma, and it has something to do with his sister, and I'm not gonna go any further than that because I don't know any more about that. I don't want to know. That's his personal fucking business. But that's what I'm understanding. And I think because he's severely autistic, and he hasn't been checked for, even Keem said this. If Keem's, I'm guessing Lockout Live is Keem.
I have no
so
idea.
if Keem is still listening, he can corroborate. He did come on Chud's stream after Nick did, and basically laid out that Bowblax has a pattern of doing stupid shit and then manipulating the situation so that he gets off, because one, he's autistic, and two, he people that were in the Goon Squad liked him.
Yeah, that sounds like a classic case of favoritism, which is exactly the shit that happened with Pokemon, which is why I find it hilarious that he made the exact same comparison with this video. Because I'm assuming this video that we're currently watching to fill time until that video or live stream goes live is the footage that happened today. Because
Don't think so.
Possible not, but he and I were on the same brainwave because the same way that I compared it in the live stream before you came here was exactly the thing he then put in the video. He compared how he's molded about the situation to how Pokemon was molding about her situations. They're one-to-one exactly the same. So I'm thinking this is the basis of people are supposed to go to my defense. I'm not supposed to be the lolcow, I'm supposed to be the lolcow milker. And that's sad, but after seeing the shit that happens, it's always a matter of time. What's that quote? You retire or die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain?
Dang. Crazy. I mean, I've heard people call me a lolcow because, you know, either who I associate with or my views on things. But, you know, personally, I don't think I'm nearly as far gone as some of these people out here.
No. A lot of people misuse the word. They don't know what a lolcow... It's like I said earlier, they don't know what a lolcow is. They like using lolcow as another way to say idiot, the same way people use incel to mean person I don't like.
Well, yeah. I think the majority of people, but the ones that are using it in the sense like Nick and the commentary guys and those that are orbiting around them are using it correctly, because basically they're saying it's people that know what they're doing is fucked up and know what they're doing is giving other people content and opening themselves up to get just absolutely ganked. And they keep doing it anyways.
Yes, that's exactly what I was saying earlier. Because you could say that before this happened, you could say that Bowblax is a drama milker. You could have said that he was basically a person who was taking advantage of drama and just recapping. How did people describe him before?
Here, and I wanted to take a moment to
video's live. He was just recapping it in a way to. He was recapping it in a way to say that he was just reading tweets. I'm just a guy. I'm just reading tweets. So if you're mad at me for just reading tweets, I'm just an autistic guy. But there's only so many times you can say I'm just an autistic guy. I'm reading tweets before shit starts to catch up with you. And that's where we're at right now. This is legitimate him being a lolcow. This goes from him just being a content farmer, like Xylee, like myself, like Horror, like anybody else, like Keem, dislike whoever you want to put in that category for whatever reason from the commentary community, or whatever community that it comes from that likes to give criticism and reviews and takes about shit. He has gone from being the rancher to being the cow, and he knows what he's doing. Or he has to know, because he's done it for far too long for him to not understand it. Let me switch over the feed now, since the video
Yeah, you're missing important context, bro.
A second, rolling back, because it just started randomly playing after like minute 37. So let me roll back all the way to the beginning and catch us up.
Yeah, he's gonna make himself look even worse. He literally is the new tipster at this point.
That's embarrassing, bro.
Tipster too. Oh god. Oh
Electric
man.
Booty juice.
And then of course Tipster came back too. Somehow Tipster returned.
He never actually leaves.
I don't know, like the whole thing about like I'm leaving the internet forever never gets old.
Him, fucking Jalen, Keffels, they will never truly leave. They're too addicted to the attention. Okay.
No, it's not that he's addicted to the attention. It's the simple fact that he doesn't get any views when he's doing his political stuff.
That too.
His Tipster's channel is predicated off of drama content. Drama and gaming. Oh, and it's funny that he's putting Donkey Kong Country footage in the background because that's what Tipster did. So keep reinforcing that, buddy.
I hear an echo on it, and I don't think it's coming from my feed of the live stream. I don't think.
In the past, when situations have gone on involving me...
Yeah, I can hear an echo in the background of it. I guess that's coming from the feed.
And I wanted to take a moment to respond to the situation that happened on Twitter a few days ago, and kind of give my thoughts on the matter. In the past, when situations have gone on involving me, I've just kind of taken it laying down and allowed people to come
Oh no, that's somebody else transcribing words on top of it. That's somebody else talking at the same time.
to their own conclusions or whatever, and I've decided I'm not going to do that this time. No, we're not doing a rerun, guys. So, recently, I got into a back and forth.
He's dropped the chat, and he's dropped the live chat in the sub mode.
Yeah, it's been in that way.
Hey everyone, Mayo Monkey here, and I wanted to take a moment to respond to the situation that happened on Twitter a few days ago, and kind of give my thoughts on the matter. In the past, when situations have gone on involving me, I've just kind of taken it laying down and allowed people to come to their own conclusions or whatever, and I've decided I'm not going to do that this time. No, we're not doing a rerun, guys. So, recently, I got into a back and forth with the Rex that has caused a lot of confusion and disappointment to what people have seen me doing, going as far as to call me the next tipster. So let me explain why I was going to leak this call in this stream, and why I think Lorex is worth bullying. And it all starts with, of course, the commentary kingpin, Smaggle Daggle, who tweeted out, Nicholas Diorio's shitter stream VOD has almost as many views as King of Nothing's 2-hour epic that he poured months of blood, sweat, and tears into, comparing Nick's clipped up live stream to King of Nothing's big video, which at the time had the same amount of views, despite King of Nothing's video taking way longer to make, being on a bigger channel, and being uploaded the day before. But there is one thing that King of Nothing had over Nick here, which was double the likes. Which doesn't help his case at all, but as a joking, sarcastic own in response to Smaggle, I simply responded, the own kind of gets ruined when you notice that King of Nothing has double the likes with the same amount of views as Nick. Now, admittedly, completely honestly, this tweet does not have enough indication that that was my intent in replying this at all, which is why this explanation is tough for people like Lorex to believe.
Bro, I'm gonna be serious. I am missing so much context just from you having said that.
It's Cope. Because what he's referencing is that in the call with Lyrics was literally telling him, what you have the cycle of doing is you say stupid shit, realize that stupid shit is wrong because people are flaming you for it. But then you go on a massive rant about why you did what you did instead of actually taking in the L. And he doesn't understand that what he should be doing is saying, you're right, I fucked up, I take the L, my bad.
Yes, he pulls an OJ. He pulls an OJ. He starts saying, but if I had done it, if it had happened like this, it's very soy. It's very soy.
Yeah, like with the copyright striking thing, he said, well, I was angry and I was high, and I didn't even realize that it was fair use.
Like, yeah, it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like there's no fucking way, bro. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
Which we will get into in a bit. But as for Nick and Smaggle, we came to an understanding a couple days later on a stream from fellow YouTuber Chud Logic. But it was some fiery drama. Everybody around that time in the drama streamer community booted up a stream to talk about it, and I see
Xylee in the chat.
Yep.
Probably would have been
She's
doing
not
the
happy
same
with
thing
them.
if this wasn't, about me. All those streams were great. I had a great time listening to them, even if they had opinions I disagreed with. The issue came with me and Lorex when the next day he did another follow-up stream on me looking into some of my past controversies, which he frequently does with drama stories. So I have no issue with the concept of the live stream and him doing it, but what he said—
People are now telling Xylee that it is a pre-recorded video.
And it was frustrating to say the least.
Yeah, he's supposed to be reacting to things. That was the understanding.
Yeah, like there's no apology, there's just an explanation. And I was like, damn, it's the same fucking shit, dude. It's the same reasoning that he's giving. And fuck, man, I just don't buy it. I just don't believe it.
Are you aware of who the Sonic Show is?
I'm not sure. I know that that Bowblax is associated with Sonic stuff, but I don't think I know who that is.
He has a verified checkmark, so he has to be a large YouTuber. Because Smaggle is still in the chat, and he's still modded, unlike the other guy who had his mod taken away.
Surprising, because Smaggle's been flaming him, too.
Or maybe he forgot to take it away from him, I don't know.
Such a direct comparison too, as we're gonna see in this call, where Nick says to Bowblax, like, I don't buy it. I just don't buy the fact that, you know, you just conveniently or, you know, accidentally, that was the claim. He accidentally strike down the BLM song after apparently Bowblax has been complaining to Nick and Augie about how the fact that it's picking up views and picking up traction for the last few months, and Nick wasn't buying the fact that he just accidentally did it. And then Bowblax says, okay, it wasn't an accident, it was just a lapse of judgment.
That is apparently a fucking #1 source of all Sonic news channel. So apparently, this has enough crossover to a 194k sub channel that is all about Sonic news that they're even watching this shit happen in real time. That's crazy.
Yeah, the other name for Bowblax is Sonic Josh. So yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
Sonic Josh.
Yep. If I'm not mistaken, that's the other name for him.
I take it he likes Sonic and he's a big Sonic fan. Ah,
yes.
Okay. It clears that up.
Fuck, wait, which one is it?
That and
Seems like you weren't being truthful. And then that was another thing that, like, deja vu to me, to real time, that I don't really, as I was saying yesterday, I don't really buy the fact that this was just...
Food Shops is there. Help, I'm currently getting investigated by the FBI. I really hope help would be.
It might be a Google account, I'm not sure.
Maybe, maybe not.
They do that a lot in that community.
I see. There was a fucking super chat that was on screen, but it immediately got taken down out of the feed.
Yep, because it was somebody anonymous probably flaming him.
Bowblax trying to poke.
That implies that he's looking at this live.
Of course he is.
Hi, everybody, hi.
He's not looking at us, he's looking at his
He's
premiere.
looking at his own premiere. Toastify just called him out for hiding the donation.
Yep.
Riley's calling him out too.
Poke fun at Smaggle with that King of Nothing tweet saying, lol, dude, you fucked up the own. I don't buy that. I just don't. I don't believe it. I guess it's the whole thing about it was an accident. I guess he says
Smaggle's calling out who hid the donation.
Admits later on in this call, we're going to see there's a lapse
Who
of judgment,
did
so I
that?
genuinely don't know what to believe. Judge showed us today how it takes the strike of
I'll bet
it
you
takes
it was Toby himself.
an accident. Yeah, you would have to see the video in question too and like scroll through it, right? I don't know if it's just like a few buttons. I could be wrong on that, but I feel like you have to explain the reasoning why it goes against your like
person subbing for tier 1 4 members. Cats999. This is pathetic, to be honest.
It is.
Yep.
100% pathetic.
Infringes on yours. And like give a timestamp too. Don't you have to give a timestamp of where, which implies that you have to like scroll through the video and see what the video
Put it up
is.
as a
He
separate
says, look at
window.
his explanations. Nope, they're excuses. And to be honest, at this point, like it's kind of hard to believe him.
Also, he's using way too much footage without having any edits. This is not fair use whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Let's here. Put this here. Pop out. Chat log.
Obi's at it again, y'all. I'm pretty sure it's Bowblax that's doing it because the only mod that we've seen is Smaggle.
Yeah, because the other guy was already demodded.
He got demodded. It was Bowblax. Oh, Bo, he's spurging out like a motherfucker right now. Good God.
I'm out.
I'm so glad I told you about this. Oh.
Fix this up on the screen. I gotta drag this over 1 second.
Finger licking good milk from a cow.
I'm going to try to superimpose this in a way that it will be better. It will probably end up covering a little bit of the video and a little bit of, or a lot of me, but I want the live chat on the screen as this is happening.
Yeah. Oh, also there was a comment made by Nick that was like absolutely just daunting. It was a shock to the system because he's like, everybody's asking where the Goon Squad is. It's just me. Augie's gone. John Swan fucked up. Bowblax is fucked up. Everybody that was considered the Goon Squad, Tipster's gone, is fucking gone or has fucked up so badly that nobody likes them anymore. Besides him.
Siri, please play Sus Umtard from End of Evangelion.
You see what he's doing here.
And immediately,
the same reasons,
as soon as I found out, literally 10 minutes within it, I sent YouTube to take off the strikes. It's just like, it's literally just chalks up to a misclick. So you guys can all shut the fuck up, dude.
Wait, it was just a misclick now? What do you mean it was a misclick?
This is such
You're giving
rebooting.
you're spinning two different stories, dude. Bowblax. Was it just a
People are
misclick?
people are calling out that it's not fair use.
Why do people accidentally click on the short? That's a misclick. That's me losing my timestamp.
He's off the
A lapse
deep
of
end.
judgment is you doing some
Accelerator
shit
is
and then
stuck
regretting
in the
it.
forward position.
Nick's being annoying and fucking text right now, dude.
It's going right off the fucking cliff.
He's trying to like make a.
And it's like always, it's like the inability to take an L or even like realize the faults. Like that was the main like huge thing here, man. It's like the hyper aggression, Mod's ban, Nick's being fucking annoying, heavily disagreeing with
Mod
Nick.
ban
He's just
him now,
wrong.
please.
You can. I've already talked about everything we're talking about publicly. I don't. Yes, I have. I literally did it in the clip I linked to you. Did you not see the clip I linked to
I don't know it gets heated this fast, dude. Nick joined the fucking call for 2 seconds and it's already hyper aggressive.
Oh my god, he
Yeah,
even
and
looks
he's
like a
kind of at odds with himself in the
speedrunner.
story too, dude. Was it accidental?
No, this is
or was it
lyrics.
lapse of judgment? Was it misclick?
The guy in the corner is
I'm
lyrics.
sorry, dude. I genuinely don't believe you accidentally struck the
He's a
Black Lives Matter video. You
speedrunner.
sat with me for fucking days, telling me how angry you were that it was getting views. I don't believe you accidentally struck the Black Lives Matter video.
So when I was watching this, that's what clicked like deja fucking vu. Because with the Destiny thing most recently, with him quote tweeting false accusation, like calling Destiny a pedophile, he quote tweeted it saying, pretty curious. Now I know why Destiny was sweeping up for Mr. Girl all these days. And I was like, bro, what are you doing? And I know Bowblax fucking hates Destiny. And he has this big thing against Destiny. Destiny doesn't like him either. So it's just like a real...
Well, that's easy. Destiny doesn't like anybody having the ability to content create on that.
Actually, Augie?
Yeah. Wait. In my chat?
No, in Bowblax's chat.
It looks like it. $5, Bowblax, I think your mic is muted. Appears
Holy
to be so.
shit.
Yep, appears to be so. But like...
That's actually Augie, that's hilarious.
Lovely. But yeah, that whole thing with Bowblax being disliked by Destiny, Destiny disliking him, it's because Bowblax does the thing that Destiny loves to do, but he doesn't usually like it when people cover it, which, Dalabon's a whole entire thing to explain that goes outside the scope of this stream. But the basic recap is, because all of us know that whenever Destiny does something stupid on social media, it ends up causing a blowback to all of us. Destiny's whole fucking cope spiral, where he tried to justify his hatred of conservatives, of his hatred on the firefighter that lost his life at the Trump rally from the failed assassination attempt. He went about acting like a fucking spurg, which then led to everybody who had Twitter Premium now needing to have it always if they wanted to do a live stream. And every single time he gets involved in drama, it usually comes with a legitimate criticism that he would have, which is people never know about the details that lead up to Twitter spurgouts, where Destiny could be angry that Hassan Piker is acting like a lazy little liar, dude, and only knowing that he's malding about something, and laughing at the fact that he's malding. The most recent example was what I covered on stream with the cornball incident, where basically there was a cheeseball incident, where basically all of the fucking offline TV and other streamer house content creators from the popular WL community or fucking nepotism communities were basically claiming he's somebody who never wants to associate with people, never wants to know about people, never wants to be involved in any kind of social event with people, to the point that he wouldn't play fucking cheeseball and socialize. And then when the clip was exposed, showing that no, not only did he socialize with people, but they basically decided to hate him overnight, they basically had to fucking bury shit. And his whole problem is that people never know the context behind what he says. They only know that he's spurging out about something, and they like to make fun of him for his spurgouts. But Bowblax covers tweets. He reads the tweets. So Bowblax can read the tweet from beginning to end, condops it, put in a video, and this now removes Destiny's ability to say, you're just hating me because you don't know me and you know that I'm a content creator that you have to despise. He no longer gets to sit there saying, wah, 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 I'm a little victim. And yeah, there are some times where Destiny legitimately covers things that needs to be seen. Everybody who waited and stopped and watched the entirety of his breakdown of how he exposed Keffels and the whole Bob Quinn T-Girl medicine / drug shit. But at the same time, Destiny's still a fucking spurg. He's still a fucking lolcow. It just happens to be he's a very big popular lolcow with a very well documented and dedicated audience behind him. So he hates anybody who does technically what he's willing to do. Because Destiny's entire thing is, I look at it, I watch it live on camera. Everything is a VOD that's been recorded. I don't delete anything. It's all seen here. Chat's just spamming fucking L's.
Yeah, it's still freebooting. There's nothing. He's not responding to any of this. It's just pure, massive chunks of Lurk's stream.
Mm-hmm.
Really hard buy that like you weren't just trying to get like a one-off snarky comment at Destiny there when you already despise him. It's a hard buy. And then you add in like different stories, like the King of Nothing thing.
I'm gonna start clicking through this because I know we're very, very behind compared to what's currently happening.
Dude, I was just going to Smaggle because he fucked up the I've already fucking apologized. What else do you want? What else do you fucking want from me? Not really, dude. Like you really haven't kind of like came forward and been honest. Seemingly this is the first time you've been upfront to bring up the week at Nick by any views. Unironic, critical of Nick. And he's like, what else do you want from me? I'm throwing my hands in the air. What else? I don't know.
You'd actually take it out. That's what we want. But you won't.
Call. It's Pidge.
At the stream because
you're too retarded and you have an ego.
Probably
very upset at the
beginning about drama.
Yes, there we go.
At least that's what I would want to do. I don't know if he would. I'm sure he will be fine with that in the future. I doubt this would be any kind of like bridge or anything, or else that would probably be a very weird decision on his end.
So at this point, I wasn't like fuck Lorex or anything like that, but I was very upset at the stream because he was asking a lot of questions and coming to a lot of conclusions that have already been debunked by stuff I've said publicly since that situation. I've addressed this almost as many times as the BLM song itself. Like, if you want to know if I'm really being manipulative or if the crying was like a tactic or not, just, like, look up the drama and figure it out, right? But you know,
all of this is fucking manipulation, bro. Every second that you don't cut this feed and immediately bring up a live stream where you start addressing people in calls and people can be able to have a call in and come press you with questions of themselves is you being fucking deceptive and deceitful.
Well, what's even worse is in the call that the private call that he recorded and released, he was literally saying we're just having a private conversation multiple times to Lyrix while he was recording it and planning on posting it.
Yep.
What's more manipulative than that? What's more snaky behavior than that?
It's not looking good for him, bro. It does not help that he chose to use
the allegations.
Didn't help that he chose to use the picture of a monkey. Don't know what that's about.
Well, he was doing live stream. He was just going over it. It was on the fly. So
did you not see the name of the
male monkey Bowblax? Yes, I see.
That's why.
Okay. Is it because people were making fun of him for being white? Really?
I think he did that on his own because he's a bit of an edgy boy still.
Male monkey as edgy? I mean, all right.
Because the last alt Twitter account he had, there wasn't this one, was like Huge Horsecock or something like that as the name. You get what's the most outlandish names for his secondary accounts.
All right. It's not what I would call edgy, but each man his strokes.
Just settle for giving him this explanation on my private Twitter, which for the record isn't an actual private Twitter, but it's just the account that I tweet on when I need to say things that aren't really relevant to my general audience, so would be more catered toward my audience over here.
That's called a personal. That's called a personal Twitter, bro. Like it's called a personal Twitter. I technically.
And you would want to call your personal Twitter Mayo Monkey? Really? Good luck to any job prospects you possibly could have had once your career completely tanks after this.
I'd have to assume that he would always be like, no, this is just the one that I shitpost on, or, just not bring it up, but you're a public figure, and someone's gonna do it, This is like the coverage when I was talking about, because literally the day that I covered that, I think 2 days later, was when they made, Mala Max lose his volunteer, position at that charity, where, yeah, you're a public content creator, though, and even though, and yes, that's definitely cow tipping in that case, that was 100% cow tipping, people going out of their way to fuck him over. I blame that on Redditors, because it looks like it was Reddit-led. If you are willing to cow tip like that, and there are people who are willing to cow tip you like that, it's fucked up, it's horrible, I'm sorry that happened, but how did you put yourself in a position for it to happen? You did it to yourself, bro. Anyways, moving on.
Why am I getting called manipulative by Lorex for the Boo Boss argument from 2020? And then I lay out the facts of what happened just so everybody's clear. I struck 3 videos on purpose because I was mad, realized it was a bad move and retracted it 15 minutes later. One of the 3 videos was transformative, and I didn't know that. Striking a transformative video was never my intention, even when I had the lapse in judgment when I was mad. The transformative video appeared in my copyright tab because the audio was only the song with the visuals being the transformative part. So YouTube picked it up as an option to strike. So then I go on to explain the copyright tab on YouTube, but I figured it would just be better for this video to, actually show it. I just couldn't do it as well in a tweet because, it's text. So for some reason, it's only showing one of the 2 videos, but there was 3. There's this one called The Tale of the Whitest Boy Pounding Bowblax, and the content it connected to is, the Black Lives Matter song, as you can see here. I retracted the takedown, as you can see, and then this is the other transformative video, which has unfortunately been privated. Once he restored it, he just ended up, privating it or deleting it or whatever. Actually, I think the transformative one got deleted, and this one might have been the non-transformative one going private. So I think the transformative one might have gone deleted, but regardless, how I did it is just a 1, 2, 3 in bulk. Let's see, you can request removal, click request removal.
All you had to do was take the L, Bowblax.
I guess all of this.
And none of this would be happening.
Like this, I think.
This is a lot of effort to try and run away from the accountability of something you can't run away from. And worse, this is YouTube Heroes level up. This is why people were concerned about that system. 1, 2, 3, and I get your account banned because I don't like you.
Yep.
Fucking.
It's just like what Nick said on he said a lot of stuff that made so much sense. either Josh is being like, Josh is Bowblax's name, obviously.
Yes.
Either he's being so completely manipulative, or he's so fucking retarded that he doesn't realize how stupid what he's doing is. And he will not accept help from anybody who is close to him, or was close to him at this point. I'm inclined to believe it's both.
I'm also inclined to believe that it's also both. With a little caveat of he won't realize how retarded this is until he's finally lit the last match and the building is now burning in a flame, then the gasoline trail has a little bit of accelerant on his pants leg and it starts running up his leg, and he's like, oh, I've made a horrible decision with my actions.
Right now he's sitting he's literally that dog in the
yes, he's sitting
in the room that's on fire. This is fine.
Yes. What's worse is that he's probably sitting there manipulative, like, yes, all according to my plan. Guy's got the fucking Kyber Corp music playing in the background. Not the good one from Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie, but he's got the traditional Kyber Corp music. He's just sitting there like, yes, they don't understand my plan, Yugi, but I do.
In 2020, but it was, it was essentially this. So I kind of just fuck. So my song actually leaked a year before in 2019, and I didn't really care about re-uploads at that time. But the reason I kind of got mad and took down these re-uploads in August of 2020 was because a lot of people were acting as if that song was new, and considering what happened in May of that year with George Floyd, people were calling me racist and stuff. Honestly, I shouldn't have done that, but that is why I was taking stuff down now, but not in 2019 when it was originally leaked. Regardless,
it appears that his chat room is being attacked by bots, or people spamming consistently. There was a moment where
he doesn't have any mods to help him.
Yeah. Like,
whoopsie.
That's so sad.
It's not. He did it himself.
I mean, I'm allowed to feel sad. I'm not sad for him. It's just a sad situation. Carl said as he laughs.
I continue my clarification for lyrics in Twitter thread by saying, the stream where Nick confronted me was a month after this happened, but for an hour prior to the Bowblax argument, Nick was teasing that he could go nuclear on me, which was confusing to me because I thought it was a solved issue. So I egged him on into releasing the nuke, thinking that it was a troll, because, I didn't think it was about the copyright stuff, since in my head it was resolved. I was never trying to manipulate or escape responsibility. I made an accident mistake, striking a transformative video via ball, and also made a judgment mistake by striking at all, transformative or not. Lorex thinks I'm being inconsistent, but it's just two parts of the same thing. Also, all of this was said in 2020 and in years afterwards when it's come up. Nothing in this thread is new information. So I sent this Twitter thread to Lorex, hoping that this answered some of his more pressing questions about my character and kind of clear things up. He says, thanks, and those were my honest thoughts watching it back. And I know I was probably a little harsh, but it's the same I would cover anyone, so no hard feelings, genuinely. Hope you take care of yourself, man. So I appreciated that a lot, but I also wanted to bring up how I felt upset at how he retroactively saw previous conversations with me and him as manipulative on my part, referencing the conversation I had with him regarding my tweet about Destiny. He says, if you're down, we could have a quick call about it. And then I say in a few hours because it's 8 a.m. and a couple hours later, we have this call.
I remember there's this thing that Nick said in that old conversation that really resonated, that made me think.
And this is the private
he said something on the lines
conversation.
of, it was like with the BLM song or whatever. Apparently he was saying Nick said, I just don't believe that you did this on accident or whatever, because you were complaining about it in a call to us that it was getting views for weeks beforehand, and that you didn't do this out of just an accident or misclick type of meme.
The disconnect Nick had in that conversation is the same disconnect you had when watching the stream, which I clarified in the post on my Twitter. Have you read it?
Yeah, but quote again, like the part you mean.
So you
the
and
N-word
Nick were
towers
upset
are
that
bad.
it was a mistake and a lapse in judgment, which can't simultaneously exist. But the reason it simultaneously exists is because it was a lapse in judgment to strike at all. But I never meant to strike a transformative.
Is there
thing.
any value to keeping this on screen? I don't
Transformative
think
thing
so.
was a mistake, strike, but striking in general was a lapse in judgment.
Because at that point, it's just literally bots, and then I am at risk in my channel.
You're roboting.
That was like an 8-hour stream. It was like 3 a.m. I mean, there's like a lot of
probably no value to keeping the chat on pop out on the screen because it's just still spam and then N-word towers. So I'm probably at risk of my own chat getting fucked because of the bots that he can't control. I'll still be looking at the chat room, but there's almost literally no value to from his chat now on this. It's just literally people non-stop spamming.
Prelude going up to that conversation with Nick, being like, I have a nuke on you or whatever, and it caught me off guard because it was a month after the situation happened. So I wasn't not trying to take responsibility. I was just caught off guard, and then he had that same confusion that you did, and I
got an F slur,
which I was trying to send him the clip, but he wouldn't watch it. And it's just well.
I hear you, and I know this is like a 4-year-old thing at this point, but I mean, I just got a completely different story in that, watching that conversation over, because I don't know, I felt like I was hearing all these phrases what else do you want me to do? I've already said I'm sorry, and it didn't come across at all you ever took accountability for that.
Not in that call, definitely before that. I mean, I don't know, I didn't make a main channel video about it, but why would I when it's I struck someone?
Well, what did you say beforehand?
Well, let's see here. If the problem is people don't believe you're taking accountability, you posting a video on your public channel addressing the public controversy of you publicly shitting yourself is probably going to do, if not close to, better than the limit. Because you doing something on a side channel and then having tweets that then either get deleted or don't get referenced directly by people is going to be seen as pathetic compared to directly addressing something on your channel and keeping the video there for any amount of time, no matter how much people are griefing you in the comments. Because one is more legitimate than the other. Period. Plus, it's on your main channel. So when people say, I have no idea what you're talking about, I completely removed from this. If you were to make a video of basically Bowblax versus the internet, and you were basically if you were reading tweets about people flaming you, you have three things happening here. One, you're capable of dealing with, Jesus Christ, the N-word towers. One, you're seen as taking accountability in the situation. You've made it a piece of content on your channel. It's not April. It's not an April Fool's joke. You're legitimately recapping what happened with the drama, and you're treating yourself like you treat everybody else. That's the first one. Secondly, you're not removing the worst criticisms. You're not looking for what Hassan does, which is looking for the most brain-dead opinion that you know you can smack down like a game of whack-a-mole, and then say, all of my critics are just as retarded as Common. You're not going to try to pull what he tried with Willie Mack's show. You're going to put all the criticisms there from every single person who's criticized you, both publicly, and then if you ask them politely about it, privately. If you can get their permission to put it there, which I don't imagine they wouldn't have, because why would they not want to criticize you? Your friends should be willing to tell you to your face that you're fucking stupid. But, you know, blase blase. Point is, you put the hardest criticism there. So you're not removing the people who called you out and had the best argument. Especially if you know that the tweets were going viral, and you believe that you're supposed to no free clout the situation, which you can't. Because you literally are the guy who's getting free clout from just reading tweets. Okay, you can't fake the funk on this. You just have to take the L. Bend over, spread the cheeks, and pray to fucking King of England. That's all you can do. And then thirdly, with both those two compared together, because you were able to put it on your main channel, and you put your most harsh criticism there, and you're willing to stand the slings and arrows, when people then keep coming at you harder, should you have actually then at the end of that video said, I take accountability for my actions, this was fucking retarded, I'm a retard, I'm a spurg, now I'm gonna sit in the corner somewhere and go replay a speedrun of Pikmin 2, or Pikmin 1, or a Kaizo Pikmin mod, and then people keep coming at you like this. Optically, and then legitimately, but first optically, you then have the ability to say, but I did apologize. And I apologize to the people that I needed to apologize to, as well as my friends. What more do you want me to do? Because then, if the people keep coming at you, trying to rehash and then reopen old litigious drama to make you look like or sound like something that you've already covered or dealt with, then legitimately they have no argument. Does that make sense? All of that together controls that. Without that, it doesn't fucking matter. So, if you had done all those things, then that'd be an argument. But you didn't do those things. You're instead doing what you're doing now, which is basically avoiding the problem entirely, and tanking and destroying your credibility and your ability to take accountability in general. Yeah.
Check the chat.
I'm looking.
Or the chat in Discord.
Looking. Ah, my nose is stuffy. I'm looking. I don't see anything. I see your thing. I see.
Do you see the meme?
Oh, yes, I see. Okay. I thought you were showing me a link to something that was coming from someone. Okay, I see the meme, yeah. But, like, you didn't do any of these things, and now this is the consequence you get, Bowblax. You got too close to the fire, and now you're gonna burn.
Yeah, because obviously I guess Nick at the time didn't feel that you did take accountability for it.
I talked about it on After Hours.
Well, there's the clips that Comic Con brought up with like the After Hours clips, and you were like saying to Augie and how you didn't want it to be brought up.
Oh no, After Hours.
You probably want to take the if you have it on your show, you probably want to take that.
I already did.
Off.
Back when they were starting to build the N-word towers, I'm like, oh wait, there's no value to this being on screen anymore.
Yep.
Oh boy, that is definitely hate speech.
Uh-huh.
After that.
Wait, after the call?
After the After Hours, Comic Con showed up before the call.
Okay, so he keeps talking, keeps talking.
Saying the Destiny thing. Usually brings stuff again, like banning them.
He's talking.
We can circle back to this combo if you want.
If there is, it could keep trying to get a pot shot at Destiny. Because
oh wait, I wasn't trying to get a pot shot at Destiny.
Yeah, on the tweet calling him a pedophile.
Well, I wasn't trying. That's not what I intended. But yeah, of course.
It's like it looks like you're trying to avoid accountability, and that's why everybody like is, I guess, getting annoyed with that.
Yeah, but I really just don't.
Like, it looks like a pot shot, dude.
He literally says that it was supposed to be a joke, but I'm also taking a pot shot at him. So yes, you did intend to call him that.
Sorry about your last tweet. I impulsively tweeted because I was going through something last night. Private IRL, non-internet related stuff. Posted it at 4 a.m. my time. I slept a bit, and now I'm more clear-headed. I should not have been making tweets at that time. I don't stand by what I said in that tweet. I made it out of impulse because I hate Mr. Girl. Okay, so make a tweet about Mr. Girl. Don't make a tweet about Destiny. What the fuck? This is actual fucking manipulative, hateful shit that you should never be doing. I don't like single-player Carl, so I'm gonna take a shot at his wife. Why? Shoot me! Shoot me, not her! Me!
Don't understand avoiding accountability when I'm literally just being upfront with everyone.
You don't understand it? Dude, this is like what everyone is coming to the same conclusion to.
But you're saying I'm lying, and I'm saying I'm not, so how can I take accountability for something that isn't true? I'm taking
Wait, so, sorry. Wait, I was
what do you want to take? What am I not taking accountability for?
Well,
or haven't, even publicly. Yeah.
So what I said is that it comes across as you not taking accountability when you bring up things like explanations that come across as excuses. If I had to bet, I don't think it's a malicious thing, but I think it's like, I don't know, it must be such a subconscious thing, where it's like in your normal speech patterns, where, yeah, I don't know if it's malicious, but fuck man, it makes you look so bad.
Could you, I don't understand what it means.
Lays out point, concisely. I don't understand, bro, what did you, can you explain it in a sentence?
He literally does this the entire time.
This is literally every single fucking thread of fucking people being retarded on Twitter ad nauseum. It is so frustrating. Oh my god.
Look bad.
So the overall point of when you fuck up something, people want to hear a wholehearted apology. Of like, hey, I fucked up, there's no excuse, there's nothing to excuse this behavior, I will do better, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? But then you pad it with, I was in a bad place at the time, you know, I was high, I was doing this or that, and that's what makes everybody be like, fuck you, just roll their eyes at it. Like,
I guess. Okay, that makes
There's you're gonna explain.
There's a justification in certain places, but the amount of justification depends on the amount of public pressure that people can witness. So, what's the worst example I can give? A person loses a family member, somebody trolls them in the chat room, no matter how much they try to remove the person's chat, or they do everything they're supposed to do as a content creator, they try to block the chat, they try to ignore the chat, the person just keeps trying to find ways to use all the tools accessible to try and interact with the content creator, they try to spam the GTS, they try to spam the chat, they try to get the message to be spammed out by people who then start hate raiding the chat room. When the chat room gets locked down, they get hate raided by people who then start spamming hate raid sub donations to create a sub train to harass the streamer in their own chat room, to the point where they get harassed offline. A person goes live with feed of them doing the thing publicly and burning the money to grief them. If this were how it happened, and there were people doing that, we could then say, okay, I understand he's under a lot of pressure. That's unfucking fair. Because this is people cow tipping. No one's cow tipping you. You had no reason to do it other than you just being upset. Cap. It's dumb.
That makes sense, but
it's cope. It's not just
yes, but I've always been like,
yes.
That's just I'm like really thorough with everything. That's why I do Twitter. Like Twitterverse is like most thorough dissection of certain dramas ever, down to like every single tweet. Like
I mean, exactly to my point of what I said earlier. Imagine if you did that for yourself, then that would be seen as a form of accountability. Because even if you're autistic, and let's say you're so autistic that you don't know how to give a proper apology on YouTube or apology on social media in general, you making a Twitterverses and being so strenuous on yourself would then be seen as that. It just depends on the way that it's framed, but that doesn't seem to be the thing you're getting. That doesn't seem to be the case here. It's fucking dumb. And of course, the $5 donation for Bowblax that is now getting upcreased. Oh, add my fucking like to it. Of him saying Bowblax, the string's not fair use.
Yep. If Augie, the person that was his best friend, is grilling his ass, he's really fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure there's like everything's clear, there's no ambiguity, and I also have trouble with like communication, like people are misunderstanding me. So I'm like, okay, let me just say it.
I can understand why you want to do that, and like, yeah, I can understand why you want to do that, but I think the main thing that is like the consistent like meme and pattern between this is that you have difficulty understanding how certain things you say come across to other people and their interpretations. And although you might think it's like in your best interest, and although like maybe that's your type of
that's probably because of his autism. That's more than likely because of the autism.
It is because of the autism.
Communication pattern that you want to see from other people is to get a full explanation. That's not what a lot of people want to see. They just want to see a blanket statement, I'm sorry, and no added fluff. And I think that's like the best takeaway I guess you could have. You have like different communication style than like I guess like what most people have, or at least in this scene. So like I understand.
I see William Mac show in the chat.
Why you're doing a certain thing.
No Tomato Man can't be in the drama too. We had too many casualties. Who is Tomato Man?
Tomato Man was one of the former inner circle friends of Tipster.
I see.
But I'm just trying to tell you and why you're having a lot of these problems right now because people don't want to hear.
Okay, people don't want to hear it, but then people don't want to hear it. But then there's people like you and other people in the chat. I don't mean like roast you too hard, but it's like, and it makes sense based on the Comic Con video, but you completely like misunderstood and misrepresented that whole 2020 drama.
In your opinion.
No, he didn't.
He didn't, but in your opinion, Bowblax, you believe that they misunderstood it. So your problem is, in this situation, that you wanted to try and address two types of people, who have two very different demands from you. Your personal friends want you to hold the fucking L. And the people that you perceive that are more important than that are people that are misunderstanding the situation and not getting the full context and want you to apologize and also take an L, but also basically get the equivalent of an internet digital wedgie. And you don't want to get wedgied. Okay, ignore the people that aren't in your inner circle and listen to the people in your inner circle. Illyrix is literally telling you, take this L, take this brandished L made out of the same shrinkflation material as the YouTube plaque, and just shut the fuck up. Just stop talking. Just hold it, take a picture, click, shut the fuck up for a week. And you're not doing it. That's the problem.
And didn't understand clearly because, you know, there wasn't the clarification of like how the copyright tab works. I know not everyone has that and all that, or I've dealt with that.
It doesn't matter.
Like that explanation was for you. Like that Mayo Monkey tweet is for you because those are like, it felt like you needed that explanation after I listened to your stream. Like you say people don't need an explanation. Clearly, you did need some clarification on.
Pause. That's literally him saying. It's literally him saying, I didn't like how you covered this, so I had to get all up in my shit and absolutely blast you with tweets and Discord DMs and DMs because I'm butthurt.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally what he's saying.
Further explanation on, or that I didn't have?
That I was saying it was a mistake, but also a lapse in judgment, and both can't be simultaneous. And I'm changing the story. And I'm
Wait, so that's not my fault for like that is.
It's not your fault for thinking that based on the Comic Con video, but that is also why I need these explanations because.
No,
but that is your thing of this. But I guess the problem is that he wants to have the last word.
Yep, he always puts a but on everything. He never fully takes the L. He has to put a but, and he has to explain himself, which just makes it worse. And says somebody who's had that problem, you know how you take care of that, Josh? You go to fucking therapy, which you should have been doing these last 2 months.
Definitely go to speech therapy.
My autistic ass can figure that out. And I didn't even know I had autism until like a few months ago.
At the very least, you go to a speech therapist and you try to work on ways to change your speech patterns. Words that you become.
No, it's not necessarily speech therapy. It's understanding why you're doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Speech therapy can help you if you got like a lisp or a stutter, but I don't think it's going to help you with the underlying problem because speech therapy doesn't really help with autism. Therapy does.
For people like me that do not have it, it's more of a way of changing the way that you think about the words that you're going to say before you say them. That's public speech problems, but his problems are mental. They're not communication issues.
Yep.
I'm just trying to give him a little bit of rope before he continues hanging himself.
It's an unwillingness to understand anybody else's point of view because he's so self-centered and he just can't.
Yeah.
Understand anybody.
I used to have that problem a lot in high school. It was really bad, and thankfully I willingly told my parents like, no, I'm tired of being like this. I need a therapist, and I'm so glad I did that. I've had him for years, and he's helped me a lot. So I can vouch. I'm an example of that. I'm someone who took the good path and tried to build something out of myself.
Realistically, I give people a break when it comes to like middle school and high school levels of dealing with their autism because people are not capable of handling it. We are not very good as a nation in the US with handling this because people don't really understand or care or want to care about the amount of consideration that goes into treating people like they're not a piece of shit. And I say that in the capacity of there are people who do not understand how to handle when they legitimately have to just stop making never-ending jokes towards the guy that has autism because he literally has no context to what's happening. He doesn't understand that he's being mocked. He doesn't understand why you're mocking him, but they can tell that they're the butt of the joke, and they want to understand. And the amount of malicious not understanding, it cannot be overpowered by the autistic desire to understand. Like, you could have them bat the throat with a sword, and you'll want to kill yourself with how much they need to understand. I mean, I don't know, bro. Are you trying to not? They physically cannot get it because of social learning disability. I don't know if there's a proper word for the social learning disability other than they call it a social learning disability. But it is the most egregious form of a social learning disability because the disconnect from what people are saying and what they're doing and how they intend it and how words are meant to be meant. The neuron does not connect. The dendrite synapse is trying to fire the electricity to stimulate the thought to give them the social awareness. And it cannot fucking happen because the connection doesn't exist.
And it makes it worse because they're trying desperately to figure out what's wrong, and they inevitably cause themselves to do more harm than good because they are not getting the direct answers they need. I know, that's one of my problems.
Mm-hmm. One of my problems too. It's a lot like, it's like being able to see, but you're not, everything's like a low resolution picture.
No. No. It's like giving IKEA furniture, but no instructions.
Mm-hmm.
That too.
So everybody, so to use her example, everybody has the idea of figuring out over, like, the consequence of effort and time by process of elimination and then process of just using time. Oh, here's how you build the stupid fucking IKEA furniture. I thought the stool for the easel was a leg. The person who has the social autism, they do not have the building blocks. They don't have the mental, intuitive tutorial that came with their playground associations and learnings and cuts and scrapes of playing social video games or playing the social game of the social hierarchy of interaction with people to get what the fuck is happening. Them.
It's not that they haven't had the social interaction, it's that they don't process information the same way other people do.
Yeah.
Let me give an example of my issues with that might make it easier for everybody to understand. I have a tendency to say things that come off jerky when I'm not meaning to. Like, I'll be talking to my husband and he'll think that I'm pissed or I'm being bitchy about something because of how I say a certain phrase or certain words. I won't know what that is unless he tells me explicitly what that is. Because my brain does not put together, okay, well, you saying this word this way in this tone comes off as bitchy and it pisses him off.
Mm-hmm.
My brain does not process that well. The same thing like with jobs. It's like your boss telling you, hey, you're getting customer complaints, but they're not telling you what the complaint is about, so you don't know how to fix it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I understand that. I still have that problem sometimes. I'm trying my best to fix it, but I sympathize.
So the best thing that you can do in this situation, if you were smart enough and you were getting the therapy, is, hey, I'm not sure what I did here. Can you tell me explicitly?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what exactly I said?
What I try to do.
How exactly I said it that pissed you off? Or what exactly I did that caused a complaint?
Mm-hmm. Because it's much easier for you to understand exactly what the problem is by someone being absolutely blunt to you without trying to middle manage the HR speak and just simply saying what the problem is. The easiest way this happens is like in a kitchen. It's like, you're in my fucking way, move.
Yeah. And with Bowblax's problem, I think it's not that his social cues are wrong. What I think it is it's a mixture of he's being coddled because he's autistic. And anybody that tries to treat him with the same kind of anyone trying to treat him the same way they do everybody else is being absolutely lashed for doing so because he's autistic. So it's number one, he's not being held accountable for what he's doing because he's autistic, and two, he thinks that what he's doing is fine because he's not being held accountable.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem here. And in this situation, his autism is so bad that even when Lyrix gives him explicitly what he's done wrong, explicitly, like there's no mixing this up, he still doesn't get it. He doesn't want to get it. He doesn't want to say that, oh, I'm taking the L because I don't want to hear it. The world revolves around me. I am the alpha and the omega. I am always wrong. I'm always right. Fuck you. Is literally what his thought process is. That's the level of autism we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm. It's just dismal to look at.
Yep. The Autigo. I'm gonna call it the Autigo. It's the autism ego.
The Autigo.
That's a good
trademark.
One.
Autigo.
I'm stealing that.
That sounds.
Trademarking that Autigo.
That sounds like a fucking drink at a college bar.
Sounds like a bad name for an anime villain almost. Autigo.
Nah, I like my example better. Come on down to the fucking hangout and come try the Autigo challenge. If you can drink the Autigo in under an hour and not keel over from the amount of alcohol in the drink, you win $200.
Okay, that sounds better. You're right.
Fast way to experience alcohol poisoning.
I'm not. The fact matters too, if you're like saying that like you actually have been like better, or like this hasn't happened in the time frame of 2020 to 2024. I mean, I don't have fucking examples from that because I don't fucking remember, nor was I even like around to even remember or know. But if I like had
I drink it the milk.
there probably is a lot of other situations like this. What do you want to say?
Yeah, with like little minor things here and there. I mean, I'm openly
starting to scope out Twitter right now. And right now I'm looking at Xylee's feed. Bowblax, you need to shut the damn video down. This is not helping you at all. You demodded everyone in your chat room. You're giving no explanation or reaction to this god-awful, boring-ass video. What the fuck, dude? I am retweeting that. There are so many N-word towers. So many N-word towers.
Yep, I just posted the Altigo thing. Yeah, buddy.
Where'd you post it?
It's on Twitter.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look for it in a minute.
Doing this thing at an angle. Sheesh.
Oh, fuck. I just want to get my hand. Because I was hoping that some of them would be live streaming the same time that I am, but it seems that Xylee's not going to live stream it for.
No, the reason, I'll tell you why. They're not doing it because they want as many eyes on this as possible.
Okay.
They want everybody to see Bowblax fuck it up. Nick was gonna stream tonight, but he said, no. Bowblax is gonna do his thing. I want to see exactly what he's doing. I do not want to pull his audience.
Okay. Makes sense, I guess.
You know, like a perfect person. Like, I make mistakes, like, but I address them and try to be responsible when they happen. I just don't understand this, like, I'm not taking accountability. Because I understand, like, the extra fluff thing now, right?
Well, even saying
but,
I'm not
like,
a perfect person comes across that way. You said a similar thing to stream 4 years ago. Like, I'm not perfect. How could you expect me, like, to, you know what I mean?
I'm
What else
just
do you
trying to be
want
open.
from me? I've already apologized. Like,
It's exactly what I mean. He's like, well, I can see what you're talking about, but I don't understand what I did wrong and how I'm not taking accountability. He's literally laying it out for you in plain English, in the simplest Barney-style terms. And you are both unwilling and too retarded to actually see it.
Horrible, horrible, horrible.
Yeah, I still like what do you guys think? I mean, like, what do you guys think I'm doing? Like, what do you think I should do? From if you were me, what would you do? Like, I don't know.
if I were you, what would you do?
Like
I
right
would just
now.
say ultra think about, I guess, each public state, like ultra think from all perspectives. How is this going to be interpreted? Especially on text format on Twitter. Especially.
Yeah, I mean, this is good advice, and this is like, let's take this out of this current like conversation or whatever to an extent. Like, dude, it's just so annoying to even have to do that, bro. Like, why? I'm like, why do I even, dude? Like, it just makes me not want to tweet at all. Like, I just don't want to say anything, dude. If it's like, it's gonna be.
Do you see how this is why I say it's an ego thing?
Mm-hmm.
Because he goes from, yeah, I see what you're saying, but if I have to do that, I don't want to fucking tweet anymore. I don't want to put the effort.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to think. I just want to put it out there.
Okay, so if he wants to do that, then he has to delete his main channel and then restart from zero subs. Because you cannot take this position that you have and then still have your hypocritical position of, I can archive tweets and I can archive content, but I also get to pick and choose who archives my content. And I want to be able to say, no, I don't like you, and just be able to sit it there and never have people criticize me back. Because if that is the case, then his channel has to go away, because by every legitimate standard he just said in that entire paragraph of Mald is him admitting, if I was being treated by other people the way that I'm expecting you to treat me here, I would have never gotten off the ground. Because everything that comes from his content is the action and interaction of people seeing him talk and basically hoping that when they talk about the subject matter and he sees it, that he'll clip their tweets. The there I am energy of potentially seeing a piece of content from Bowblax. The amount of times I've talked to the Ebony Maw, for example, which people in my audience know the Ebony Maw, that's one of my mutuals, especially over the last 4 years. The amount of times that he has gone viral because of people taking his viral tweet, and thus that then leading to a constantly viral loop of has tweet that goes viral, people sees his tweet go viral because it got used in a article or used in a video, leading to people then making his next thing go viral, hoping that they get clipped alongside him too. That is the entire cycle that most of our content is made by. And if your problem is that you don't like being criticized, okay, delete your shit and only make things for yourself. Problem solved. Now you don't have to worry about being criticized. People make fun of you. You don't have any basis to care because your reputation's already shit. You're in shitting it right now. Make things only for yourself and your group of people that like you, or pay money for you, or donate money directly to you, or request you to do shit to entertain them. Become a personal singing and dancing monkey. And never make public content ever again. You don't get to have the right to bitch about this, if that's the angle you want to take. Even autistic people have to hold themselves to some level of accountability.
Yep.
It'd be probably better if there were active people. Was that Callum I heard? No, it was not Callum. I thought I heard Callum. If there was a more public autistic content creator that was actively talking, it would, in this case, this would be you, Horror. But if there was an autistic person that had gone super hard on him, and everybody was like, wait, that's not fair, and they're like, no, let them cook. They're right. Then this would immediately get dissuaged and put away, and people would see it for what it is, and he probably would understand it faster. But this being the case, it's pathetic. It's pathetic.
No, I'm laughing because tipsters come out of the woodwork to defend him. Oh my god.
Really? Oh no! Not Tippy!
No.
Is he doing it on his main account? Is he doing it on his main account?
I'll give you the screenshot. I just put it in the little chat. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh Lord. It is on his main account.
It's the coddling. It's exactly what I'm saying. It is the coddling to the point where he is unwilling to admit wrongdoing.
Oh God.
I hate that shit.
Far too often.
My piss.
Far too often, people who don't take the mental health of others seriously enough. You can only push someone so far before they break, and when they break, it's not pretty. Social media breeds and encourages toxicity towards others, and one of these days, someone will get pushed too far. People get pushed too far all the fucking time. If they know they can't handle social media, they don't need to be on social media. It is a fucking privilege, it is not a right, and some people need to have those rights taken away, just like if they need to have their fucking license taken away.
If that one little joke about King and Nothing's gonna be such a fucking big issue, I don't even want to say fucking jack shit about anyone anymore, bro.
Well, the context of that is about everything. I don't know, man. I want you to fucking succeed. I don't know if you watch my whole stream.
Is it possible that Bowblax is actually a secret twink? Could that possibly explain Tipster's defense of him?
Maybe.
Oh, I said that as a joke. I didn't mean it seriously. But honestly, maybe. I don't know.
But hear me out.
Has he or ever has wanted to put on a maid skirt?
I already am succeeding now.
Okay, I'm just using figure of speech. I don't want to see Bobby in fucking shit on by community members.
What am I not acknowledging?
I just feel like you haven't been able to fully understand the perspective. I feel like every time I bring up good points, you say that's true, and that's good advice, but also this, and that, which are going to be reasons why it's gay. And I'm actually I don't know if I want to do that.
Well, I'm just giving you this isn't public. I was just giving you extra explanation because it seemed like you were interested. I mean, if you don't want to hear
this wasn't public.
Everything is if we're on a live
Lovely.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, I am taking. I take responsibility, and then I'm adding extra fluff to you here too, and I guess you're annoyed by that. But that doesn't validate the explanation. I am addressing everything. I'm just addressing it too much. But that doesn't mean it's not addressed. That doesn't mean I'm avoiding responsibility.
I feel like that sentence just like so clearly communicates to me that you don't get it. Is that like adding on extra explanation takes away from your initial like apology? That's what it takes away from.
I disagree, but I guess people see it.
It's a loop. So at this point of the conversation, he's framing that talking about it is the same thing as addressing it, wherein he tells him addressing it is, again, take your L and shut the fuck up.
See it that way, so I gotta keep that in mind.
Because I feel like
okay, like in depth. Yeah.
Fast forwarding a little bit.
If I just don't get it,
I understand why you want to give further explanation.
Sure, people knew I was manipulative, but you think I'm manipulative, so clearly, and you saying actually.
He brings up the other tweet on the screen. He brings up the tweet. Why am I being called manipulative from September 9th for the Boo Boss, blah, 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 blah.
To make sure people knew I was manipulative, but you think I'm manipulative, so clearly, and you saying explanations too much, but you still think I'm manipulative, so clearly.
No, I don't think I'm good friends with you or whatever, but I do like being friendly with you, and I want to be able to.
I hope he doesn't follow whatever. It's basically like as bad as you can be without
manipulation. It's bait tactic.
Like tease it, like a nuke or whatever.
Bowblax.
Yeah, but you know, whatever.
Bowblax.
Yep.
You just did it. 3 a.m. middle of the night.
Yeah, but I'm talking to you in private. I'm not talking to a public audience. I was
Okay,
just adding a little bit of explanation before I end the call. Sorry, I mean, my bad.
No, I get what you're trying to do.
Even as he's like, bro, you were able to do it, finally. And he's just like, well, I'm talking just to you. I'm not talking to people publicly. But imagine if you did that on a video, and then you put that video on your channel, then you did it publicly. Then you'd never have to do it again. Oh, God. It's so silly. It's so silly.
To a public audience.
Okay, it's better like to practice this type of thing. And I don't want to come across as like game condescending because that's so fucking annoying. But I think it's better to like practice that because it's probably gonna be a pretty hard adjustment because it sounds like it's just the way your speech pattern is. And like your communication pattern.
Yeah. So what you just listened to is a version of this call that I would have used for a potential Lorex bully stream, like in 2025 when it's just, you know, kind of something funny to look back on. I was just thinking of content ideas off the cuff, and I'm.
Okay, so why? Why rehash it again next year when you need to deal with the problem in front of you today? That is another example of you fucking not getting it. Especially considering the fact that you didn't tell him you were recording him. And it's not a situation where you have a reason to record yourself, okay? You're not where I was 2, 3, 4, I can't even remember how long, months ago, where somebody actively tried to gaslight me into acting as though I broke a social faux pas when I smelt exactly that they were trying to fucking shit test me to see if I was the right kind of person to be friends with a YouTuber that I befriended. This is not that. You weren't being gaslit and fucked with by a group of people who rapidly changed their attitude and demeanor because they never really got to understand you and know you. You're actively doing, this is legitimately snake behavior. You're doing snake behavior to reframe a situation as something that it's not. Or in your mind, to change the context behind the situation, to put somewhere in some world that you live in that you look different in the light that's hitting you. Sunlight's still disaffecting your skin, bitch. You are a vampire right now. You are burning in the sun. You are not standing there gloriously with your chest oiled like you're on the front of a Harlequin romance novel. You are dying. They are beating your ass in your chat. Fight back, nigga. Fight back.
I mentioned this to some people in Discord. These people
That's why I
being
go for
smangled,
hour-long
and
walks.
we'll get back to this. But after that call with
Nice
Lorex, I was
little
thinking, like, with the context of what he said about me on his stream prior to that call, the clarification I already gave him acknowledging it, and then also saying I wasn't understanding things, not taking accountability, I just came out of that conversation feeling very strange. And I felt strange about the request to call in general because I figured my thread that I made for him would have been the end of it. So that's why I ended up recording just to look back on it and see how I felt. And after
Oh, no. Okay, let's be two minds about it. Carl, let's be his devil's advocate. You record the call not to use it for content, but just to listen back to how you behave because you can't remember the actions you're doing as you're doing them. Because autism. Okay. You came away from the conversation and then you listened to the conversation and you thought and felt weird. Take that weird feeling. Go masturbate and play some video games. Don't do what you're doing right now. Oh my god. It appears that Willie Mac Show is stepping up in the chat from a little bit of the spam to say he will be the one to be a mod if he will do it for the behalf of mankind. Because now people are just saying, insert person owns you, hoping that he does what he's doing.
Yep.
Oh, God.
After listening back to it, I was like, dude, this guy is so fucking weird. He acts one way on stream, another way on call. I give him an explanation.
This guy, your friend's acting weird on stream? He's acting weird to you? No, why are you being weird to him?
Feels like he's looking for reasons to continue to criticize me, even though there's nothing left to critique, at least in like the realm.
But there is things to critique. Your inability to grasp the fucking problem.
Of what we're talking about here, right? So I was like, I need to show this to a couple trusted people so I can just get like a different perspective on this and like figure out what's going on. So the next day on the 11th, I saw in our Discord that Smaggledaggle and Toastify were talking. So I hopped in there just to chill in general, but also with the intention to eventually kind of pitch this idea of this crazy call I had with Lorex and kind of get their take.
No, you did not go in there to chill. You went there with the ulterior motive to try and say, hey guys, am I capping? Am I for real? Or is this shit cooked? That's what you went in there to do. You wanted to get them on your side because you needed to be validated, and you wanted to make sure that there were other people that were on your feeling spectrum so that you knew that you were not in the autistic position that you knew you were putting yourself in. You were looking for the... What's the good word for this? I keep needing to find ways to describe these concepts when it comes to social systems. What's a good word for it? The autists... Not autist veto. The autists hall pass? The autistic hall pass. You wanted someone to verify and legitimate to verify and make legitimate your ability to then go batshit or to then become even more autistic angrily in defense of yourself. You want hall pass, passport, the autistic passport
card.
Nah,
I wouldn't call it a card.
I wouldn't call it the autistic card because that makes it seem too much like an N-word card. Because you're not saying slurs and obscenities.
Oh.
You're trying to be unhinged.
Oh.
You're looking for permission to be unhinged. And then when people say, "Come on, you can't do that," you can say, "No, I showed other people. They agree with me." He wants validation.
You got the pass.
He wants validation, and then he wants somebody who's gonna back him up like a bouncer to basically allow him to keep going on a rampage.
Wouldn't you call it a tard pass or something?
No, there's a word for this when it comes to commentary, and it's called the cage match because it comes from debate strings.
Okay.
He wants something that's akin to a cage match pass. He wants the ability to basically go off autistically and not take accountability or responsibility for anything he does because other people agree with him and say, nah, he's cooking for real. He understands what's going on here. We agree with what he's doing. So say, for example, anytime where, privately, Horror were to ask me for permission, and I was aware of a situation, and she said, Carl, please. She never does this. She doesn't need to. I will usually be right there with her like, nah, get his ass. But let's say somebody was being a hyper-fucking autist live on camera, and I'm trying to be very nice, very kind, considerate. We've been patient with them. And Horror is there in my DM saying, please, Carl, please, let me fuck his ass. Please, let me fuck him up. I will get him. Let me put my foot in his shit. And I'm like, you have my blessing. Go graciously. And she starts giggling like a fucking mad woman, smashing this person's face in, verbally assaulting them live on camera before banning them permanently and publicly. She was asking for the right to a cage match, and then she's asking for the permission to be as unhinged as possible, because the only way this person either will get it, or understand it, or is going to really get it sunken in their head of, nobody agrees with you, is for them to be excoriated like this. I don't know what to fucking call this. Maybe call it the Scorched Earth Pass, call it the Scorched Earth Cage Mass, but this is what he needs to have happen. That's what he wants to have. And this is what he should not receive. Because he's definitely not getting it if he's acting like this was ever done for the consideration of, I just want my friend to understand me. I want my friend to figure out where I'm coming from. No, the fuck you didn't, bitch. You wanted revenge. This was you doing autistic revenge shit. This is you being a fucking autist.
On it, right? But little did I know that Lorex actually did a stream shortly before I hopped in that Discord with Toastify, and on that stream, Toastify had some very choice words that I was not aware of at the time of approaching him and Smaggle on Discord.
Wait, Toastify wants to call in real quick to talk about Bowblax apparently or something? Toastify, hello.
Hang on, give me a second.
Okay.
Hello?
What's up?
Yo, what's up, man? Listen, I guess I don't want to, like, fucking derail the stream or whatever, but have you been seeing this, like, Bowblax stuff, right?
Dude, I've been covering it, bro.
You've been covering this stuff. I know, because he made a tweet like complaining about your coverage. You know.
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't go over on stream, but I saw it.
Yeah, he just dropped another one talking about like, guy, and it's right, I'm like, guys, let's be real. I overshare. That's my fault, guys. And it's like this guy's he's going on stream to be like, I'm so unfazed by all this stuff. I don't care about all this stuff. And then he's going on, it's like clearly you do care, 'cause you're making tweets about it.
Yeah, and that charity would never be limited to like any of the people that Bowblax covers, that anybody covers. I mean, Bowblax, if you just scroll down a little bit on his like account, you can see him like critiquing people for like genuinely like, the same exact things.
But yeah, I don't know. I've just been looking at this stuff, and I feel like it's like really tough to even give this guy. Like, I'm not doing like whole nuclear like we should kick this guy out of the community because I don't have the jurisdiction. It's not my determination. People have their own fucking decisions. But like, he's just like out. Like, do you believe that he actually like King of Nothing actually knows he DM'd just like stuff to Nick Diorio? I don't believe that. You know, I don't think he would agree to that. King of Nothing is someone like he hates Nick Diorio. Why the fuck would he like let Bowblax legal as shit? And that kind of brings the situation of like should I be telling Bowblax like stuff? Is he gonna leak that stuff to me? Because this guy, like, again, it's like this guy has like a tendency to appear on the other side with like technicals, with like Flamenco, even he was like the last person on the tipster train. So like what like again, it's like he says like, oh, this drama doesn't really impact me, but it's like this does impact you because you're going on and like I can't like this fucking words, but it's like you're going on like putting yourself like an untrustworthy asshole. You know?
I get where your frustration's coming from. I had like a private call with him, and like tried to talk over a little bit with him because all he considered, I'm still like friendly with him, and I'm not trying to burn any like huge bridges or whatever. And in the future, when he gets his shit more taken care of, having conversations and like cordially talking, is like that's fine, chill and cool. But I talk.
If your mom is talking to you, mute your mic. That's for your own privacy, Seth.
To him in a private conversation. Fuck, I really just didn't feel like I was getting through to him, and I don't know how he feels about me personally. But
social
equity also. He doesn't understand that like this is like not have to go down. If you're like constantly tweeting about this stuff again,
I apologize about that. Sorry.
And all these people who are in like fucking the grand scheme of things. Bowblax is a YouTuber with 300,000 subscribers, and his channel is way more active than Flamenco or Tipsters when they start sparking. So if he starts doing this shit, it's gonna be a lot more impactful. Like, I don't know if he realizes this.
Yeah,
he's like constantly obsessed with like Alex and all these people and going on tweets about it. It's like, bro.
Yeah, the one annoying thing that like I don't want to like talk too much about like the private conversation for obvious reasons, but like the one thing that I found was frustrating with there is that like I would bring up to him like, hey man, like this is the reason like why you're having the trouble, and I was explaining the reasons to him, and then he kind of couldn't even like accept or understand that it was even a big deal. He was saying, well, I mean, it's only like kind of like people like you, Alex, and Queenman going at me. So like he doesn't even understand like I guess gravity of this. Like, bro, this is cringe. This is cringe.
He doesn't know when to stop. Yeah, literally, he doesn't know when to stop. It just pisses me off, man. It just pisses me off.
Because of course, like if anybody, yeah, because of course if anybody can take an L and move forward, they're golden, they're cool. Like nothing else said. But like the inability to seemingly understand and like understand the gravity of the whole situation with Bowblax, that's something that really was kind of frustrating when I had a conversation with him. So yeah,
I don't understand that, like what he did was wrong. You know, where it's like,
exactly.
Oh well, whatever. It's just not a big deal. He's trying to sweep past it. He's got to use something done that everyone uses. Getting out of the rooms.
No, yeah, and I get it. And that's the same frustration I had in the call with him. I just felt like he wasn't getting it.
Sweep pass also kind of works, I think.
The stream that where like he's like a Nick and code, it's a fireside chat. And he's like, absolutely right. That was absolutely a fireside chat. It's like, Bowblax, maybe you shouldn't be doing this stuff. Maybe you shouldn't be talking about all this stuff. Maybe you shouldn't be doing this stuff. Not to say that, like Nick and Trevor cuddling, because like certainly we're calling him out. I think it's good that like Nick was like at least went on stream and like pointed out and stuff. But like I just don't know why he didn't realize it. You know?
I think he needs to take a lengthy break. I like Bowblax and I wish the best for him. To be honest, I don't know if I have much faith, but
I don't want this threat. I don't want this rant to come across as like a threat. Yeah, I want it to come across like a warning because it's like I just see the path he's going down right now. It's like if he's going down the same way, he's gonna fuck it up. I don't want to like farm content out of this guy, but like it's gonna happen. It's like I'm telling you to fucking swear by the way. He's going straight forward with the pedal. Like, fucking,
yeah, it's like, and especially because you see a lot of comments of people saying like, oh, commentary eating each other alive. Like first it's Bowblax, and it's gonna be someone else. They're just eating each other alive. Like, no, it's not. Like be realistic. Everybody who gets eaten alive, like quote unquote, they've all done fucked up things that appropriately like got met with scrutiny, and either they couldn't take it, they couldn't take the L, or they responded aggressively. Since Flamenco, Jalen, Tipster, all these people, you know, that's like the common issue. So they couldn't really take the L, and that's the reason why they're ousted.
I would not give that to 2 out of 3 of those people. Jalen's problem is more than just not being able to take an L and getting themselves in drama. We all know that. And if you don't know that, you should go hear all those panels where they start screaming obscenities at the top of their lungs when they're angry and flustered. It's a lot more than that. But okay. I suppose that's one way to approach that.
You know, hey, even with me, I don't even want to say ousted this cringe, but just the reason they got like a lot of scrutiny and criticism. And I don't want to come across this from any kind of like moral high ground or whatever, because I've had my own fucking huge cringe moments, dude. I've had cringe moments, but it's just not. Like, it just
Carl,
hey, take the L, hey, that's what you move forward. That's all, and it's chill.
Yeah, I think he makes the argument that like the comms community is like covering for its own or shielding its own is like retarded. It's like there are only like 2 criticisms they can make, either sweeping or shielding. Like that's it. Like it's very in both situations. It's like I can kind of if he takes the L in a couple of situations, yeah, I kind of get that because he took the L with the fucking the copyright strikes. He took the L that stuff. But like when he does it like over and over and over again, I'm starting to think like this kind of like a pattern of behavior, you know? And
yeah,
it's
that's what I was
maybe
saying.
it's like over the years, but it happened recently. Like you remember his like tweet about the about Destiny, so that totally satire fucking screenshot.
Oh, did I see it, dude? I did full coverage on that, and I had calls with him on it. Yeah,
I might have to check that out in a bit.
He was, yeah, I mean, he was literally just like spreading completely false pedophile accusations, and like self-admitted to me that like he was just trying to get a pot shot at Destiny, so he just like spread false pedophile accusations. What his explanation to?
He just trying to fuck. Wait, he literally just said he's just trying to fuck Destiny over.
He said
as a pedo.
He said you want to get a pot shot at him, basically, but there was still like explanation saying that he didn't try to fully come across as like he was accusing him of being a pedophile or that he agreed with it, but he still like did admit to me he was trying to get like a pot shot in. So it's literally just like seemingly agreeing with spreading false pedophile accusations to get his pot shot at Destiny. That's what I was trying to explain to him, is how it comes across, and how I don't really like believe him that he didn't really have like, I don't know, a little bit of malicious intent to try to just fuck over Destiny, because I know he doesn't like Destiny. Destiny doesn't like him. You're telling me he didn't want to get a little quick shot in, a quick jab in? I don't know. That's like the hard buy for me.
And it's like like all these situations he brings onto himself, like the whole copyright strike stuff. Like he was in that call being like, oh, I can't believe Nick is talking about this stuff. He's so retarded, and he ended up crying. Not the stuff, like bring the criticism to the table, and then end up leaving. Like, he doesn't know stuff. Is what I'm trying to say. Basically,
he's got really big impulsivity issues, and it just sounds like mental.
He doesn't even have on-screen jokes. It's just flash a tweet, call, mauled, flash a tweet, call, mauled.
And the thing is that Lorix is not gonna strike him.
realistically, in this situation, I wouldn't strike him. If I was in Lyric's position and he was doing this, I would not strike it.
Even if he's winning the right.
Yep.
For doing it, because obviously he's stealing his content.
Mm-hmm.
But that would look bad in the commentary community scheme of things.
In my opinion, it's different because I have minds about this from the point of legality and like the point of what is street fair. We're dealing with the argument of what's street fair and also what needs to be seen. People need to see the shit. If anybody takes this down, it is going to be Bowblax himself because he wants to try and save face. And then when he does that, everybody re-uploads this. And if he wants to try and strike everybody, it becomes an I am Spartacus. And even if he could strike it down, because Lyrics would be within his right to do so, Lyrics would leave it up and say, no, we warned you, and now you need to live with the fact that everybody has seen what happens when you get pressured and you get upset, and how you treat your friends when you get pressured and upset, and you feel like they won't give you, let's use Struggler's word, and they don't socially echo how you feel so that you can be validated. And that when you get upset, when you don't get socially echoed, you go full nuclear. That's what needs to happen there. Realistically, I would feel that it would be great if there was a type of YouTube moderator that was trained to talk to and deal with and be the handler for certain spheres of YouTube. This probably would end up becoming a little bit of nepotism because then you could have people like Hassan arguing that their content should remain up, and then you have the case of like the same YouTube content manager dealing with the same group of people and then potentially passing content that should be stricken, that should definitely go down, or content that shouldn't go down, getting stricken and whatnot. But this is where you'd have the argument that you'd have people who are trained in the culture of YouTube and trained in the culture of the subgenre of YouTube that they are administering over. So for people like myself and Jay and Mahler and all the rest of the people who are basically YouTube critics and shitposters, they would have a manager who, okay, Carl needs to call us about this issue. Carl, what's the problem? And I break the problem down to them in like 5 to 10 minutes with evidence and sources, and they're like, okay, we're going to look into it, we're going to figure it out. And they're able to accept that, okay, even though this is something that we normally wouldn't accept, or something that we would say, you can't have this for this reason or this for this reason, we see that there is no reason inside the spectrum of the rules that you've set for this that this would be unfair from criticism. And then a person trying to use the YouTube commentary system, or the YouTube strike system, excuse me, to, how the fuck did that come out of my mouth? They try to use the YouTube copy strike system as a way to try and farm for my government information. They instead get told, no, fuck off, we know what you're doing, and you're getting out of here, and we're going to also push this forward to the relevant authorities. You would need to have something like that in place, but that requires social trust, high social trust. And we already don't trust you to begin with, for obvious reasons. But then it also becomes trusting people in the spheres that you occupy, which then requires people knowing you. And whether you're a known figure or an unknown figure, you should have the ability to have your fucking say when people try to bullshit you or try to put you in content and in drama, trying to farm you because they know that they have a large audience and that they could smother you if it was to go through the popular sources and coverage sites. So you have to go to people who are willing to say what's happening to you, despite the fact that it may not benefit them directly or it isn't something they would cover if you hadn't approached them, but they're willing to give you the chance to say what's happening because it's newsworthy. This is what happened to me with Natalie Casanova when she was posting under the Zombie Unicorn, because I exposed her for being the kind of fucking manipulative liar that she was, and she tried to use the example that I was just bringing up the point of people know who you are because they're hearing your name, they're Googling you, and they're finding your big titty pictures of you body painting yourself on stream. They aren't coming because they know you from you being a celebrity or a niche internet micro-celebrity on that live stream or on that game show that you were a part of. They only know you because you're using your body for content. It just so happened to be that Keemstar had been feuding with her because she didn't like Keemstar the way that many people say, I will never let Keemstar monetize money off of me, blase, blase, blase. Like Alyssa McConaughey being mad that she wouldn't want to go through Happy Punch to set up her fight coordination because she doesn't want to make him earn money. Because I went to him and told him, hey, this is happening, this is the deal, please break this down, and blah, 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 blah. He was like, okay, no problem. Reported it, and That's how that shit fucking worked out for her. The same right applies to anyone, but it can't just be because people in the sphere do it. It also has to have some level of protection from YouTube to do it. And YouTube has to trust us to be able to do that. The self-policing is important. You first need to be able to identify, am I capping? Am I mad? Or am I justified in my anger? That's the first level. Second level, okay, I understand that I'm upset, but am I legitimately upset? Do I have a reason to be upset? Have I been wronged? Is someone fucking me over? Then, you gotta go to the third level. Okay, I've legitimized that I am upset, and I have a reason to be upset. But do people agree with my perspective? Does the argument for why I'm mad make sense? Does anybody who come across this have the ability to arrive at the same conclusion that I expect my inner circle to do so? And then the third level to the fourth level to the fifth level, as I present this to my friends. I present this to trusted members in the community. And then I present the case to YouTube. And then from there, Wiling presents and forgives. Wild streets as they are, this is how it's always supposed to work. This is the underlying unspoken trust that's supposed to be given with problems like this. This is why Twitter's not supposed to matter. Shit's gonna be wild in the Twitter streets. But when it comes down to posted shit or live stream discussed shit, you're supposed to have that level of trust. But obviously, there are people who either have manipulated and abused the trust, or people that don't treat it the way that they should. Regardless of how it happens, this is supposed to be the level that we can get. And it's what I would prefer to have. But of course, people fuck it up for everybody else. It would be great if that were how it happened. Where that's preferable, that preferably is what I'd like to see happen and what I expect. But unfortunately, that's not the case. I don't think that's going to be the case here with him. Because it's just theft, lying, theft, half lie, theft. Because he still hasn't put in a single thing that really makes it justified why his opinion would even be like this. Not even by his own logic. Like, this started out with like 400 people watching, then its peak hit to like 690, almost 700, and now people are dying off at 272. Is there anything that Bowblax could possibly be able to say that can make himself even look good? Period. I don't think it's happening. Let's fast forward, let's find out.
Reading about content creators making full streams on me to my private about.
Well, thanks for the well wishes, Lorex. So after this, Lorex did another stream talking about me, and this time it was just like he was looking for anything to talk about, like scraping the bottom of the barrel. I know I do that with Tipster, but like, goddamn, like holy shit, it was kind of funny. So I fucked with him in chat, which caused him to act really like cagey and like he was about.
You fucked. Oh my god. You fucked with him in his chat room, and then you got mad that he reacted like someone was trying to fuck with him in his live stream. You know, he did a stream about me and I didn't like what he said, so I decided to threaten his family. And then bro started acting like there was an actual fucking firebomb outside of his house. By the way, I also lit a bonfire in front of his house and put a cross out in front of it. I thought it was really funny, dude. It was really funny. Like, I usually go super hard. Like, bro, it was so funny. If you were not autistic, I would call you mean words. I would still call you mean words, but if you were not autistic, I'd call you even worse mean words. Fucking Christ almighty.
I'm autistic, can I call him the mean words?
I don't know what words you're gonna say, so I'm gonna preemptively say no.
About to leak some shit? Take a listen and you might.
That is the correct choice. I'm joking.
Sweet. Which hopefully Snaggle can give some further.
Be real.
No, I wasn't. Yeah, we got.
Stolen content. Stolen content.
That motherfucker is so base. It's so good.
Stolen content.
Mods, have you finished scoring? Is it what's going on?
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
It's Flamingo.
I'm still trying to speak. You framed me in game 2, you said you saw me go to them. Stop speaking!
So he's getting trolled, is what's happening there. That's what that is.
Micah just calling down there. Are you okay? Are you the real one? It's
and then you show up in the chat. So he has some fun at your detriment.
Come get in the fucking server, dude.
Wanna call? What is that? That's cool. This Bowblax support stream. Alright. What else we got though as we wait for a response? There's no
going great. We love.
And he's waiting for you to give a response.
I don't talk about it. It's like, dude, you still haven't really answered any of the questions.
And then comes the Coleman tweet. Yes, the Coleman.
That you were being pressed on. You've just started crying, and now the conversation has to end. So that's, yeah, I feel like calling that manipulative is like totally fine.
Dude,
Also, it's so
saying
insane that-
Bowblax is being manipulative is like the N-word to him. Like that is the biggest slur that you could call
dude,
him.
I'm telling you, okay.
He really does not like that.
There's like a type of autist, like Bowblax, and this Kelly Jean woman does this as well. If you call them something, if you use a word for them that they don't agree with, they go fucking insane. He did it with the snake thing the other day. He was doing it with manipulative with you. He did it with in the conversation with Nick. Nick called his explanation an apology.
So it's just more of the content. The one thing that has changed here is that he has put, or someone else that's mod has put the chat in slow mode. And there's less slurs here being spammed. It's still in sub mode.
Apology, and he got incredibly upset at that. So like, he'll just get stuck on these like words. Where it's like, that's not the word I use. That's not the word I think of when I think of this, and he just starts spazzing out and crying.
Yeah.
It's like a dissonance.
But dude, the 2020 boo drama. Have you seen that for the first time? What's your thoughts aside from manipulative?
I think I've seen bits of it before, but yeah, I think him pretending that two of those clips weren't transformative is like retarded, because when something's transformative, that's an affirmative defense that you use in court. That's something you have to like prove later on down the line. Obviously, Sargon won his lawsuit against Akira, obviously, when she tried to sue him, because and all he did was he re-uploaded her clips with different titles.
Yeah.
They were just cut clips of her content with different titles, and he won that. So for Bowblax to say, oh, well, none of them were transformative except this one. Well, no, you haven't shown that at all. You haven't proven that whatsoever. That's just like an excuse you're making to try and make it seem like, oh, well, most of the copyright claims I did were actually fine. It was only this one that wasn't okay. When no, really, all of them weren't okay, because you supposedly believe in archive content.
Yeah, his excuse was like it was legal, which is the exact same thing that Pokemon was saying that he was going heavy at Pokemon for.
It's like you can strike anything. It's legal to strike someone using your content because the fair use has to be proven in court later down the line. So you are allowed to just go around fucking striking people if you want. That is legal. But you don't as a YouTuber, because you accept that it's part of the ecosystem and that we don't fuck with each other in that way because it makes it worse for everyone.
Yeah.
Right. That's like
what do you, dude? If you were Bowblax's PR manager, what do you think would get him out of this mess? What does Bowblax have to do? How does he get out of this, dude?
Same things I said earlier. Jesus Christ, this video was fucking 2 hours long.
Ritualistic. No. I don't know. I guess. Groveling, taking the L. Groveling, taking the L, and just sticking to reading fucking tweets. Just go back to reading tweets, bro. Just read tweets and shut the fuck up. Why you?
He was in my chat a little bit earlier. He was saying some things in my chats about how we were mocking him a little bit for his tweets saying that he built the commentary community brick by brick. Did you see that tweet by any chance?
Built the commentary community brick by brick. That's crazy. If anybody built the commentary community brick by brick, it would have to have started with Keemstar. Keemstar being one of the biggest and being one of the most pervasive that can hang around for the longest because of how he covers his ass. That is what creates that entire framework. Because from him, and then everybody working together to have crossover with each other, is what builds up those names and connections. Some people have to sometimes be kingmakers for other people, and some people can make a niche for themselves and create legitimacy simply by nature of they make the reporting, people see it, people hear it, and they're like, you know what? He's got a good solid shoulder on his head. They get it. How the fuck can you say that by reading tweets, you built the commentary community? Cap.
I did this, not you. I did it.
It's fucking crazy, man.
Why is anyone listening?
I need to pee. 1 second. I'm not seeing this change at any period in time, so we might end up ending early, but I'm trying to give the entire video a chance to fucking come out since it's on this premiere VOD, but bro, this is not good.
But it's cooked. For real, for real. God, I'm lame.
Oof. Oof. Please, let me see something of context.
Like, I just don't understand. He's a turbo retard. He has never been in any analogous situation to anything we're talking about. Why does anyone like have an opinion?
Well, dude, it's just bad. Fuck, it's gonna be an interesting few days. I don't like move on a little bit too, but man, I don't know, dude, it's gonna be very
Well,
interesting.
I'm waiting with bated breath, okay?
This
Anyway.
may or may not be it, but you know. Well, dude,
Alright,
I want to give you a quick thoughts on that. I hope your support stream goes great, dude.
Yeah, no problem. Alright.
I'll catch you later, man.
See you later.
Base, say hello and dude, shout out to Queen, the conversation. Just want to get a quick thoughts on it. Did I elongate the Bowblax content a little bit more? But Mayo Monkey just went live. Yeah, dude, he definitely just went live. So let's give it a too. Queen milking it like his cow mother. Alex Gekmo sending me another tweet from I guess this is Nick's. This is Nick's Twitter. What are we taking a look at here? What's Nick saying? This is a new tweet. 2 minutes ago. What's Nick gotta say? Streams tomorrow and Saturday. Topics TBD. Suggestions welcome. Hi everyone. You joke about me building commentary. Yeah, the message Bowblax put in chat. About building commentary while copying the after hours format. What's his coast? What does Nick say? Still kind of got to walk around the eggshells until the story catches up to where I'm at. Silly days, but as days it sounds, it will all eventually make sense. Very true. I have to agree with that sentiment.
Nick is hiding information. He's fucking cucking us of content once again. Nick is hiding. Nick is sweeping. Sweep it up, Chud.
Guys, I'm getting word right now. Bowblax is live on Instagram talking about ending it all. What is this? Bro, what the fuck? Okay, guys, come on. We're elongating the Bowblax content as much as possible. That's all for today. That's all for today. All right. So here we go. Shout out to Bowblax. What else do we got here? What else do we got to cover? Willie Mac Show put out a Dr. Disrespect video that I quickly want to go over. 25 minutes responding to his response. So let's take a look. Sometimes I'm low-key ashamed to be part of this community, so desperate for content at this point. Y'all are letting Queen run with the shit with no shame. Dude, okay, hey man.
That is so true. That is so true. Yeah, I agree. You guys are really fucking thirsty for Bowblax content, and it fucking shows.
Hey man, last comment on the matter. Hop off the train now, okay?
Etc.
Before it's too
Just
late.
make sure these so-called journalists.
Disrespect came back to a loving audience that ate up his story. Over 200,000 live viewers.
I love the
Based. Based. Bowblax chat message. Chimp emoji. Based. Just let me triple check if it's a real one. Always want to make sure. Based. It is the real one. W blows blacks.
That's one thing that just stands out. We're actually real people here.
And it's because of the horrendous way Twitch and gaming journalists handle this entire situation. This is a story filled with lies, backstabs, and demeaning people for asking the right questions.
People want,
Show the message. Release the messages. Show the messages.
what are we in second grade?
But ultimately, it does provide us with enough information to finally have the full story when it comes to Dr. Disrespect's Twitch ban. It's disturbing, it's gross, like the crust and dust in your ancient computer that blue screens all the time. You don't have to live like this anymore. Meta PC is the standard for pre-built gaming computers. Putting together some of the cleanest.
Shout out to Meta PCs. Support it.
Thank you, Meta PCs, for sponsoring this video. I find it hilarious that Doc's trying to frame himself as a super genius at the moment when his entire downfall is due to his own actions. When the Dr. Disrespect allegations first aired, most recently people were willing to wait to response before forming an opinion. At this time, former Twitch staff was giving testimonies, and it seemed like the messages were going to leak.
This is more just absolute abject nothing. Is this to be the rest of it? Because now we're cut up to the live VOD.
Inappropriate, but nothing
Rather
more.
like
So when Doc
mirror.
was 35 years old and actively cheating...
Why is he using Willie Mac Show coverage? That has nothing to do with any of this shit. Is it because he's looking at every single fucking message that mentions him in his goddamn chat?
His wife, he admits to inappropriately messaging a minor. Yeah, you just gotta read in between the lines a little bit there to see what's happening. His own friends abandoned him.
He was messaging...
Fucking Christ almighty. At least Willie calls out the fact that he's getting coverage. Yo! Lovey. The amount of messages being made. Only channel subscribers can send messages. Interesting. I'm gonna leave a message here of my own. I get to send the message unless I have to refresh the screen. Probably not. See if I pop out. Does it update? Yes, it does. Alright, I've been covering this since the start on my channel. I'm live right now looking at this and over my own community and audience. This is just unreal levels of effectiveness to reading tweets. Sub-only chat. The ripping and freebase of never ending levels of anger and cope. Slow mode is on. Wait 1 more second before posting. Lovely. How long is this fucking slow mode? Long enough. What you need, Bowblax, is to stop while you still can reclaim some level of dignity and sanity. Call your friends, apologize, okay, there we go. Alright, here's what I typed in this chat. I've been covering this since the start of my channel. I'm live right now looking at this, at and over this with my own community and audience. This is just unreal levels of pathetic coming from Mr. Reading Tweets. The sub-only chat, the ripping and freebasing of never-ending levels of anger and cope, how Bowblax ignored the advice of every person in his friend circle and orbit. All of this is horrible, Bowblax. What you need to do is you need to stop while you can still reclaim some level of dignity and sanity. Call your friends, apologize to people like Xylee Gets Real in lyrics, and just take your L. This is just fucking pathetic.
His videos
Keep playing the video, come on.
A week or two, I think, after I got fired. I probably wouldn't have got paid. But at that point, they were
Fucking
probably
Christ,
thinking,
what is the
you know,
context
maybe
of
they
all
didn't
this
want
shit? What is the context of all this shit? It just keeps going on with lyrics and stuff. What the fuck? It's fucking sad.
more bad rep. So before we get into all
And there's
that,
still
I do wanna...
fucking more of this. I don't know how the fuck there's still more of this, but there's still more of this, somehow.
show you guys something. I want to show you
Bowblax is indirectly killing the stream. Give Bowblax one more chance to make things right first. Dude, I wish you would call in, bro. I'm in my server. I'm in my server, dude. And he's invited. I wish you would call in for a chat and a conversation. But, yeah.
some insider knowledge with you guys.
Hamilton interviewed this guy? Interesting.
This is like the first
Watch Hamilton's interview? What did Hamilton have to say about it? Do you have anything interesting to say?
step you want to take as a starting YouTuber. Arguably the most important.
Fucking Christ. It's just abject. It's just abject nothing on top of abject nothing on top of abject nothing. I'm dying inside. I am dying inside. I want something to chew on my teeth with. But there's nothing. So I think we're gonna just fucking stop there. Oh my god. Holy shit. POV, you're in a fucking React the Least competition and XQC got knocked out last round. And your opponent is Bowblax. Oh. Oh no. Oh bro. That's embarrassing. It's so fucking boring. 2 hours and 2-minute response, and it's not even fucking... It's still got at least like another 25 somewhat minutes if you're going by the timer, but from here it says that we're at 1:36:25 of 2 hours and 30 minutes. This feels like it's going on for years. Oh my god. can't. My brain cannot handle this. My brain cannot handle this. It cannot. I can handle something like Dustborn. I can handle something that's trying to be innocuous or clever or funny or smart. I cannot handle autism overload. I cannot handle that. Xylee is 100% correct. At least Tipster's video was under 20 minutes and not filled with everybody else's content. True!
Wreck him, Ma.
True! My God! My God. Ugh.
Fuck him up, Ma.
I am trying to get to the end of it, but oh my God, the fact that we've caught up to it and it's still just more of Lyrics' content.
I'm not shocked.
I want to stop. Simply because it would be beneficial to allow him to fucking continue shitting himself, because he's clearly not going to cut the fucking feed. He's not going to take the video down and private it in the middle of it premiering. He is dedicated to following through. So at the very least...
I said, oh yeah.
Yeah, at the very least, I want him to finish his fucking autism, and then we see whatever else there is, and if there's something worth responding to, we respond to it then. Because, from what I said there, this is Denim's level of cope. This is Denim's level of abject nothing. It's so painful how little nothing there is in the nothing. His friends are calling out the nothing, the chat is calling out the nothing. Now that the slow mode has been enacted, being forced to fucking follow his to sub to his channel so I could type in his chat to even say the shit that I said. I'm not sure if you were here when I was capping it to everybody.
Nope.
Basically, start from where I said this. I've been covering this since the start on my channel, and I'm live right now looking at this over and with my own community and audience, since this is unreal levels of pathetic from Mr. Reading tweets. The sub-only chat, the ripping and freebasing of never-ending levels of anger and cope content, how Bowblax is ignoring the advice of every person in his friend circle and orbit. Where's the last one? It's right here. What you need, Bowblax, is you to stop while you still can reclaim some level of your dignity and sanity. Call your friends, apologize to people like Xylee Gets Real in the chat and Lyrics, and just take your fucking L. I was forced to have to sub to his channel so I could type that, because he's just... It just keeps going. On and on and on and on and on and on. It's worse than just finding a period. I need this nigga to get to a point, and he's not going to get to one. So whatever he thinks his point is constructed of, that requires hours of Lyrics' content to establish. Whatever, alright, I'll let you finish, and then when you are done, we will come back and see if you had something to say. Otherwise, my opinion remains, bro, you're coping. Please stop. Like, another person by the name of Aiden Projects, please just say something. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on.
Aiden Projects is another person that used to be in the squad that retarded out and got kind of ostracized.
I see. So now he's fucked himself so bad that even the people who was like, bro, I could never show my face around here again, are like, yeah, kick him in his shins.
Yeah, if Tipster's coming in and saying stuff, then yeah, everybody's gonna come out of the woodwork.
Fucking embarrassing. Fucking embarrassing. Our night, not completely ruined, but disappointed!
Entertaining is more like it.
Yeah, it is entertaining. That is to be
Dumpster
said.
fire is real.
Mm-hmm. Just on the mental agony of I have nothing to chew on. At the very least, we got some benefit from this. It gave me a great break from this particular section of the fucking review and shit. And then I looked up a couple other things, like for example, I think I posted it into Gamers, or Gaming, excuse me. Nope, I probably posted it into Tism Containment. Yep, Tism Containment. I finally found the YouTube channel of that fucking Mighty Keith guy that likes to fucking talk shit on Twitter constantly, who's a part of the fucking left-wing, right-wing gaming culture war. So if there ends up not being anything of value, we at least have something to fucking look at, along with other shit as well. Because Sunday is the 15th? Yes, Sunday is the 15th. Because tomorrow is the 14th. And that means movie night, boys.
God, Vito's in there.
Pedo. Or you mean Vito Guswalti? Oh god, Vito Guswalti is here. Wonder how all that shit with him and fucking his former co-host is going, where apparently it's acceptable for him to dox people like Bob Films, and how things are going on between him and his best bud. It appears that the entire attempt of them to try and do all the shit that they wanted to do has not worked out for them. I'm seeing, oh shit, he speaks, finally him talking. Okay. Since we haven't not left yet, let's look at this. Please tell me it's something meaningful.
Black section. Yes, guys. Holy straight. This continued a second. Like. So.
Reservations about me.
Okay, he has section right here.
Oh, he already showed the link. Oh. Unironically, I was gonna cut the content again and say like, you know what? Let's just have him do it. But he leaked it, so let's see.
So this is where I fucked up. In the screenshot that I tweeted out for Lorex's attention and his stream that I deleted after it was shown on his stream, I included the link to the full thing, but I meant to just show the DM and show that Toastify said that, yeah, he thought the call was worthy of making content on too, despite earlier that day having his reservations about me, to say the least, on Lorex's stream from the 11th. But yeah, I didn't actually mean to leak the whole thing, which is why some private details have been leaked, but also Lorex kind of leaked some pretty big private stuff.
Oh my god, he still fucking does it even as he's trying to be like, yeah, I fucked up and I made a mistake. But...
What? Ass. Good lord. Like, fuck. I've already made it clear I'm like I'm not on the same level as Bowblax. Like, I've done some fucked up shit. And I've not realized that I was doing something stupid until it was explained to me directly, and I haven't like publicly apologized for some of it. So guess what I fucking did? Because you know what? There's no reason to hold on to that shit. There's no reason to try and avoid the flaming I should be getting for the stupid shit I've done. If I can do that, and I am the same kind of autistic he is, yeah, that just shows you either the lack of character or the lack of desire to have character.
It'd be fucked up if he was we know that he's not, but it would be fucked up if he was a functioning level of autist, where he knows that he's been able to get away with being safe from anything that he's done.
I think he does on some level.
That's just devious.
I think he does on some level.
Test that.
And the reason why I say that is when he got, is that Keem even pointed out, he has a routine of doing this stuff. He started his channel by literally ripping off Keem's content and using clips from his content directly. No fair use, anything. No transformative content anywhere. With the copyright striking, he cried on stream. So Augie deleted that stream because he cried, and he made everybody feel so bad about it that they flamed Nick over calling him out on that stream. They're still at some point flaming him for that. He's been coddled because he's autistic.
It'd be really great if he was just say for everybody's consideration, oh no, I knew exactly what was going on here. I just wanted to see how much I could get away with.
He won't. Because he wants to be right, and he wants to be seen as the one that's pious and correct.
Fucking Christ almighty. It's sign language. It's sign language. Shame, insult, guilt, and a need to be right. He's a woman! I joke. But am I? But am I? Like, this is unreal. Like, bro, we're so starved for content to the point where I'm pretty sure so many people just dropped off watching. Like, the number just went from the 200 and some odd people down to 27. 27 people still remaining to watch.
Stuff like the fact that I delete a lot of my tweets. Regardless, that is my point of view on everything. You know, make up your own mind, but yeah, thank you for listening.
if you make a video that has Bowblax in the metadata but has nothing to do with him, will he still through it and watch an entire Dustborn playthrough? Don't you give me evil ideas, Peon! That'd be very interesting to find out if that actually would work. We could do that tomorrow. But anyways.
You're welcome for the chat, for the content chat.
Because if it was me, I would have probably waited until after I had finished the final edit on the fucking review. And we would have watched it after it happened instead of live.
Nope, it's more fun live.
And I'll hopefully see you for some videos and streams in the future.
No, there is no way that that's how you end that. No way.
Nope.
No way, 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 no way!
Uploading some videos on Bowblax that you can check out, you know. I made those videos during this whole time where people are like, oh, is he mentally ill, you know. I did have an incident in July, which I talked about a little bit on the Chud Logic stream. I regret talking about it. It has now, you know, been a talking point in this whole Bowblax drama stream thing that surrounds the Lurex streams and the Cumin streams and all that. So, you might...
That is so disappointing if that's how he ends it. What are you trying to say?
I said, whose fucking fault is that? He allowed himself to get baited by Queeman. Queeman of all people.
I'm not familiar with Queeman's personality type. What kind of person is he?
He's very trolly.
Okay. Makes sense.
Very, very trolly.
I got the intonation because I'm pretty sure I've seen his content every now and again, but it was never in the context of something like this, so whenever he would pop up, it's like the same spear of Queeman, RRI, Wick TV, and like Lex Friedman. So I always viewed it as another one of the possibly out there YouTube or Twitch reaction channels. The one who reacts to the reactors type of content creators.
He's trolly and he's kind of a contrarian.
Okay.
Might hear about it for a while, but yeah, I did some things and was crazy and because
Oh my god, that is actually the end of the video. Oh my god, no. No!
Yes.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Literally.
Say, Mama Bear, when's the full cover coming out?
Never. I saved this for moments on stream that are just pure genius.
Okay, so Lyrics it appears that he's streaming right now. Started 3 hours ago. Bowblax and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Very great call out. Great book to reference. And I'm seeing people in the chat saying Xyle's stocks go up, so Xyle must have said something on the end of that video. Let's find out.
Then when he actually did talk, he was trying to spin this like dog ate my homework story of saying the real reason, like when.
Bro, you are terminally online is the last thing he said.
I don't know if you saw it. The timeline doesn't make sense. So he says that he burnt the Lyrics Bridge after watching the clip of me and Toastify on stream, but that was after he already went into a call with Toastify and explained to him how he's going to workshop this video and how he's potentially going to go like live with it, that he's thinking about exposing me, how I look like a piece of shit in this call. So that was before that. So he just fucking lied about that section for some reason.
Yeah, that reasoning came out of nowhere. Bring up my tweet, Lyrics. I just DM'd you my tweet. Bring it up.
What is this, dude? Oh no. Smaggle DM leaks. It's getting brutal. Officially blackballed from the community. Smaggle gave me permission to share? Yeah, I'm done. Fuck off. Xyle left.
Yep.
What is this? What are these DMs? I can't even fucking read these.
It's just DMs of just like them talking about stuff. I mean, I can send you the original.
Is anything important or relevant? Anything?
It's just Smaggle saying, "Hey, at this part, the hard hour appears." And then he was, I'll send you this stuff. I'll send you this. Hold on.
Because you played fucking Dumpy saying I hate.
Here, let me see. Hopefully Bowblax reports that stream. DMCA's it. Dude, that's Aqueman. That's what I was saying in my chat. I think he was trying to do I think the 4D chess meta move is that he was using so many of my clips that he was trying to get me to like DMCA him for like copyright.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's
I don't
my
think
theory.
so. I think that
No.
nah. I
No,
thought
no,
that's
yeah.
where first of all we're too complex for a plan that requires like second order thinking, which I don't think Bowblax is capable of.
No, it's something that wouldn't work out for the reasons I laid it out earlier before Horror had to go do wifely duties. Like, it actually were gone during this explanation, but I'll recap very short. Basically, in my perfect world, the way that I'd want drama to be handled, we need to have different kinds of YouTube managers that can go between the audience members and the content creators of certain subgenres of creativity as a way to be able to liaison through how problems should be handled. Because, from my opinion, the problem that we have, a good example is anytime somebody claims harassment and bullying. Going all the way back to the first Adpocalypse, going all the way back to Adpocalypse 2, or rather, forward to Adpocalypse 2, between Steven Crowder and Champagne Socialist Carlos Maza, the big gay wonk. And then anybody else who's ever caused a problem where this person's harassing me, but it's not harassment, it's just you don't like the way that they said something, but you're framing it as though it's harassment.
You know why they can't do that though, right?
Yes, I do. I worked it out myself.
It's liability.
Yes, because then you would have people making preferential treatment notices, or you'd have the same problem that occurs and is the issue with Twitch, where you have on the account, do not ban account, do not remove account without addressing so and so and so and so. It's the same shit that's clicked with Twitch, yes. But in my viewpoint, the reason I would want something like that is because then what YouTube needs to know is when it is their job to step in. Because what needs to be done is that we have to handle things inside of these sub-communities and genres that handle the problem. Because without having
They can't do that.
they can't. But you'd have to have that so that they know, okay, we don't need to step in for the harassment here because we don't have to say anything because there isn't actually anything actionable here. The thing will be worked out by serious problems because realistically, on the terms of fair use, if Lyrics doesn't strike him for the content there is nothing to do because they cannot action upon it without a report unless a bot does it automatically. So, this is something that Lyrics and everyone else can handle because everyone's seeing it happen. I don't think it has to be done with second order thinking for him to have a duplicitous plan saying, yeah, strike my channel, take my opinion down, so I can say, look, he's removing my opinion, he's silencing me, because you've had more than enough time to talk. After all that shit, anybody who watched it live, their VOD becomes an example of how abject nothing there is. The sheer fucking boredom possibly putting multiple people to sleep if not making them click the fuck off. And then you're telling me that entire video, it's like that joke, it's like that joke episode from SpongeBob SquarePants, where Patchy the Pirate is just like, what? That's it? It was just a bunch of walk cycles? That's what I feel like just happened right now. Where was the spice? Where is the drama? Where was the exposure? This is bullshit! I'm mad!
I'm not, I saw it coming.
Oh, like I was promised an earth-shattering kaboom. Where was the earth-shattering kaboom?
This is why I had you temper your expectations beforehand.
Regardless,
That's why I told you, hey, this is probably gonna be a dumbass video, and it's gonna be bad.
like at the very least, it's still hilarious to me because this man, he literally just shot himself dead. Like, you could have done nothing, but instead you just hacked yourself.
The shotgun barrel right in his mouth.
Yeah.
And used his big toe.
So
damn.
In Minecraft.
It's so horrible. It's like you didn't have to do that to yourself. And then every single step of the way, even in like just
No, Carl. But he did because he has to make sure that everybody understands the context completely. They have all the details.
This is like the context of that one guy whose face gets used whenever somebody tries to harass someone about how they should KYS the I forget what the guy's name was, but weird.
Low tier god?
No, not low tier god. The other guy. No, this guy actually committed suicide with a double barrel shotgun in his mouth or a sawn-off shotgun in his mouth. White tweed guy with overgrown hair sitting in a chair pulls up a shotgun out of nowhere and blows his shin away. I forget his
Is it
name.
the one that was a stalker for Bjork?
I think so. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about then.
Yeah, that.
I don't remember his name.
Well, actually, he's reported 5 for that one. I know exactly what he's talking about. He's talking about the one in which he was talking with his family, and then just.
Yeah, like the amount of 2 hours of you need to watch me painfully commit suicide, but instead in this case it's not by double barrel shotgun. It's by bleeding out and wincing as he pulls it up his arm, fucking hot dog style, and not, or rather hamburger, not hot dog style. It's like, oh, ouch, ouch, the pain. You need to see all 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 37 seconds of this. Oh, lyrics, why are you making me do this?
It's more like tying a rope up on a beam in your house and then kicking the chair out from underneath you, but your neck doesn't snap.
So you just sit there.
So you're just
strangling
hanging
to
there.
death. Always sitting.
Yes. And it's like he could stand up at any time. He's like, he has to actively lean forward on the rope to make sure there's no slack on the beam. And everyone's like, bro, why don't you just stand up and stop bending your knees? And he's like, no! No!
See, this is why you should measure twice, cut once.
It's also like that person that says they can't swim, but they're in like a 4 foot deep pool or a 3 foot deep pool and going, I can't swim! I can't swim!
Yes!
Bitch, stand
Yeah,
up!
yes, every single time it's like, I can't swim! You can't do this!
More like a small child. More like a small child drowning in a mud puddle.
Yep.
I didn't expect whomever it was from Walkout Live to drip through my chat.
It was probably Keem. Okay. Because I don't think anybody else has access to the
I'd be
actual
surprised.
channel.
I would be fucking surprised, but still. That's the level that we're fucking at. Everybody's fully on page with how fucking autistic Bowblax has decided to be. So I guess now...
No. It's Bowblax, but in this case it actually works because he blew his own back out.
Damn.
So now, I suppose the next thing that happens is that the left wing starts to, quote, look into this so they can make their reactions to this, because if there's anybody who's going to be mostly affected by Bowblax pissing and shitting himself, it's going to be the people that are associated with the bad actors that usually would get called out for their own spurt fests. Because if he isn't doing his job, air quote, his job, of reading tweets, then that means they can get away with more things, because who's going to cap it out unless it's somebody like the Willie Mack Show? Or people like myself, or Harmful Opinions, or Chud Logic.
Dude, Willie is so gonna make a video on this, and it's gonna be hilarious.
He is obligated to. I feel like we're all obligated to.
Right fucking now.
I feel like we're all obligated to, like, even make a recap of it.
Well, I'm not. I don't do that kind of content. At least not on my channel.
Like, I have seen some embarrassing spurgouts. I've been involved in people having embarrassing spurgouts.
You've probably had an embarrassing spurgout at one point or another.
If not related to fucking Smug Rocco, yeah, but this was painful. Like, this was morbidly funny, but this is still painful.
It's literally the car crash, the fatal car crash on the side of the road that you just have to look at while you're driving by.
I've seen a couple of those stores driving the car. Oh, for me, this is like the cop getting hit in Dustborn. That's what it is. Just, he backs up into traffic. He's like, no, you need to see me suffer. Boom, boom. And me dying of laughter and going hoarse because of how rapid and sudden it was. It's not funny. A man's career just died, but you know, man.
Hey, it was career suicide. He did it to him damn self.
The sound
He had every opportunity to do the right thing, and he didn't do it.
Like the sound his body made when he crumpled against the windshield, and he flew in the air, and then a spin, and then whoomp, just landed on the ground. It's the sound of SpongeBob being sad.
No, it's a literal Peter Griffin getting hit by a car.
Just for
And
just,
splat.
just for fucking morbidity's sake, I want to call him and be like, but why? So I walk away from the microphone and just leave recording, because he'll go on for like an hour, being like, "No, Carl, you didn't understand. This is all part of my plan."
It's all part of the plan. I'm gonna die.
Frankly, I don't know this person, and I'm just happy to be included.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here too, man. I sympathize.
Let's see here. From Toastify in the chat, in the live chat on Lyrics' live stream. I knew it was over with him the moment he said he was using a private recording for content. He was dumb to think that I would backstab Lyrics for him, and that had turned me against, and that he had turned me against him, I guess against Lyrics. Yeah, that's the point in me where he said that in the conversation where it's like, hold up, wait a minute. You said that with your mouth, where you tried to say, I wasn't trying to go in there to win them over, but I was going in there to win them over. No. This is the scene from Suits where Harvey Dent gets approached by the 15-year-old who has an Instagram following saying, "Oh, you're gonna do what I say and you're gonna sign the document. And if you don't do it, I'm gonna lie to my audience." No, bitch, no. You know what you're doing. You deserve what you're gonna get. This is done. I'm out. This is over. Fuck you. I'm with Xylee on this. 100%. Nope. No, you deserve what's happening. No.
Nope. Nobody. Nope.
This shit's gonna be, like, funny for a month and a half, I swear to God. Oh, when do you see a person immolate themselves live on air? How often do you get the chance to see that, chat?
Not often.
Hopefully never fucking again, but...
No, it's the internet. You'll see it plenty of times.
I know.
Multiple times.
The cycle cleansed many. This time it came for Bowblax. So we all know who to thank for this.
You're welcome.
Say it with me, chat. Thank you, Bobby Hellfire. I'm suffering in pain.
Thank you, Mama Bear. Thank you.
Always bring the best content.
And then like a good
best count.
I'm not
Think of it this way.
gonna say
Think of
that.
it this way. It's not the fucking furry this time.
She's got a point! She got a point! She has a fucking point! Imagine if during...
I hate it, but she does. God damn it.
Imagine if during this we found out that Bowblax was a secret furry, and that part of this he was going to expose how he was trying to get one of his Discord kittens to help him take down Lyrics.
I mean, he's a Sonic fan, so it stands to reason.
It's not out the realm of possibility!
Not out of the realm of possibility.
Not a realm of possibility.
Oh God, there's nothing like a bonfire roasting marshmallows to the person's career to really bring the community together. Fucking
we're burning a tire, but semantics, yeah.
Bowblax is the girl from Impanema? Yes, 100% Bloodia. Why is she like this? Because she's like this. I can't complain, I benefit regardless of being in pain. This is why I can stand Dustborn. I have suffered the fucking fox so that the cringe of Canadian communists can't break my... Let me stop making that motion. I'm just humming the air. Can't break my stride.
Do you want a timeline cleanse? Do you want a stream cleanse?
Sure, we all deserve a stream cleanse.
I'll give you some
point.
cute. Go just look in the
hippo.
VSChat.
Baby hippo.
Okay.
Alright, you love me some baby hippos.
Here we go, Chad. Here's
What an adorable little death machine.
Timeline cleanse.
Here we go, Chad. Here's our moves then. She is giving us the mea culpa. 1 second. I gotta turn the filters back on and slice it back up. Here.
Oh, there's no mea culpa.
No, you're not sorry. You're not sorry. She's just gonna give everybody a glance. Don't get it twisted. She doesn't feel sorry for none of this.
Sorry.
Let us be introduced to Mu Yang's older sister, Muan. Her name in Thai means sweet pork.
If you're not aware, there is a little, like, hippo baby that is, like, taking over the fucking internet because it makes weird faces when it gets washed and touched.
Aww.
And it's become, like, the biggest of memes. It is the best.
Wonderful. Wonderful. We are definitely breaking out the slurs against women. Thank you, Playa. Thank you both for Cringe Live. I am completely depressed to see him roll in burning diapers while screaming lyrics for over an hour. Oh, thank you for the $5, Playa. I'm surprised he get. Maybe he's probably still at work. Maybe he's still at work. I'm surprised he didn't jump in the chat and be like, "God damn you, whore! Why can you do this?" And she'd be like, "Because I'm the head mod."
Because I find the content. There's a reason why there was so much good content when we did Fried Chicanery. I find all the good shit.
Mm-hmm.
I get in the nooks and crannies of the asshole of the internet.
I'm the only son to come across the same shit. You just come across it first. Back.
Jeez, better you than me. Ugh.
I don't want to say it made it burn, but I feel like this content has made my ass uncomfortable. I don't know if it's because I sat in the chair for nearly how long? 3 hours and 26 minutes. Nah, it's not what I ate. It's the fucking chair and sitting in the chair on this pillow for comfort that I have been. Because we sat there and then I stood up trying to anticipate the pain. Because that's another reason I occasionally do that. Because sometimes I can't sit still. But also, my ass fucking hurts sitting down for far too long. Anybody's ass would hurt for sitting down too long.
I mean, if you would stop putting a suction cup dildo to the fucking chair, you'd be fine.
See, I know you're trying to troll.
This is YouTube, not porn.
I mean, she got you for that one. You gotta, come on, that's funny.
See, I know you're trying to get my coat.
I will reiterate, this is not Pornhub, Carl. This is YouTube.
More important, but it's just like, horror, you dig around in the what? There is no place.
Yeah. I dig around in the nooks and crannies of the asshole of the internet. I find all the shit. See, it's a pun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's dirty. And it's Ayo.
Oh, fucking Christ. Oh, fuck. Since movie night falls on Sunday, we actually have the ability that if we wanted to, we could be able to do a matinee throughout the day. Because I'm looking at the polls of what we have voted, and I already know that because it comes out, it already came out, actually. I think it came out yesterday. If not, yeah. Today is the 13th, so it premiered today. The fucking book adaptation, or rather, the fucking Netflix adaptation of Uglies with Joey King already premiered. And I know that's going to be one of my choices for Carl's choice for movie night. However,
I'm interested to see it. I've never heard of it before.
Well, we were talking about it the other day. It is the book series.
I know, it's just, I had never heard of it before that stream.
This is why you and Horror can't be in the VC at the same time. What do you mean by that, Bloody, huh?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, because I'm looking. Because I am.
Yeah, we're on the same sync.
Because I'm looking at what we have won on the poll. This month's poll was Kung Pao Enter the Fist, and next month's poll was going to be Atlantis: The Lost Empire. But if we start, since Sunday is an off day for me, if we start, since I won't be doing anything in the mornings because I have my own rule of not doing work on Sundays, we can be able to do more than 2 movies. So if I was to start somewhere like 10 a.m. or whenever I get up, not today, or not tomorrow today, since tonight would be tomorrow of the next morning of the day. Not tonight, but tomorrow's morning, leading in from that night, because I pushed Deathborn Chapter 4 from tonight to tomorrow night, since this shit happened, we can end up combining these two and then bringing along whatever other movies that I choose to bring in. So combine Kung Pao along with Atlantis The Lost Empire, and we can do one off and then another of my choice on and then the other off. So Kung Pao would be first, and then I pick whatever the other two movies, because I'm gonna probably pair two movies together. Because this is why I did the first movie night the way that I did, so I could figure out how many you could fit inside of it. I think 4 is exactly enough, because it's 3 is just right, but 4 would be pushing it. But since we have the ability to have the full day to work with, people that have the time set aside where they don't have work and they have a 3-day weekend can be able to come through.
Ayo.
Yes, huh?
3 is just right, but 4 is absolutely perfect, and we have enough time to fit it in. Ayo.
Damn straight.
I mean, yeah.
You want to join in? I'm hopping in at the.
Ayo.
Okay, I'm gonna stop.
See, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna end up having a fucking MagFest at some point, and at the meet and greet, we're gonna be like, all right, go to the bar, come on. It's like, no, wait, Carl, I was joking. Like, no, you said all that shit you were talking. I'm gonna bring you in, holding you down. He's gonna bring you in, holding you down. Horror's gonna be holding the camera. Star's gonna have the cattle prod. You're not gonna be able to walk away from that shit. Everyone's gonna have. It's gonna be memorable. It's gonna be a meme. It's gonna be a running meme. Your face as it happens. Your face as it happens.
Is that the same day you? Is that the same day you're gonna make that? What was it? Lemon meringue pie. You said you wanted to bake one because I never had a pie before.
I mean,
wait, never had a lemon meringue pie?
Apparently not.
No, I've never had pie before. I've had pizza pie once, and then I awakened the inner Frenchman in Carl by saying, "Well, it was kind of mushy," and
Hello, Sparky.
I enraged.
Get motherfucker pie.
But only if Carl bakes it. I promise, I will absolutely try a slice of pie if Carl bakes it, and we ever meet up. I swear to God, I will do it. I will remember it.
But no, that would not be the day that I make the pie. I could probably do a pie probably after we bring you back from the bar. What's going to happen when we take you to the bar is we're going to go find the goth women, and we're going to drag you over there to go spit your game at them. You're going to be screaming, no, no, let me go, and we're going to tell you no. You were talking all this shit.
Okay, goth women, I ain't that base yet.
No, you've been talking way too much gas on air, and now we need to see you in action. I don't want no more talk.
No boy. You are going to learn on the fly. You are going to jump and hit the ground running.
You're either going to pull, or you're going to crash out and burn, and we're all going to watch it, and we're all going to see it happen.
I will cry.
Wait, it's going to be entertaining for us.
Cry.
It's going to be mostly entertaining for the women.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why.
Oh god, the women in our audience are going to just sit there and be like, oh, he's learning. This would be great if we could get. God damn it!
Carl.
I wish.
If I wasn't married and a good wife, I would be an asshole and try and rizz them up in front of you, so that you feel more inadequate. But I'm married.
That's brutal.
You know what? I would be taking notes. I would
want to pay. I would pay. I would pay.
You know what? I respect that. I'm gonna take notes.
I would pay for Jay's fucking ticket. I would pay for her ticket and Grace's ticket just to make sure they're in the room when it happens. Because I need 2 black women. I need 2 black women to be a part of the entourage when this happens. We need a full peanut gallery.
So I don't count. I don't count, Carl.
Well, we need the black girl with the hickory locks. We need the autistic black girl with the hickory locks. We need the heavyset black woman. We need the sarcastic black man. We need. I don't even want to call Star that word, because there's a word that they've been using to describe white women who date black men. I believe it's called a mud shark. She's not a mud shark.
Oh my god, what the fuck does that even mean? That just sounds
bro, don't even go down that hole.
It's not even worth going down. The racism that people have been creating to come up with words to call people when they already had... Coal burner is right there, but Star will be there. I will be there. I want Jay there. I want Grace there. I want Saf there. I want Hellfire there. I want Bloodia there. I want Nick there. Sometimes, occasionally, I might even ask for Amy and her boyfriend to come through and be there. And we're all going to have our assorted drinks. And we're going to watch you strike out for 5 hours.
Are you missing somebody? Are you missing somebody in that equation?
You have money. You can pay for your ticket.
Wow.
You could be able to pay for your ticket. I'm not leaving you out. I just know that you have money to pay for your ticket.
Okay.
You have to pay the money for the ticket.
Kind of hazing ritual.
Yes.
Okay.
You've been
entering the Carl Sigma fraternity.
You've been.
Whatever you would call it.
I don't even want to know what fucking left wing I would call it. You've just been too lewd with your comments, and now we need to see you perform. Pop, pour, perform. Either you're gonna pop the girls, or the girls gonna pop you.
Either way, it's gonna be entertainment.
It's gonna be a fun time.
Chew you up and spit you out like a fucking can of bubblegum. Anyways, I digress. Back to the point of the matter. We can be able to combine the requests for this month and next month, and then pick another movie on my case for my choices, and then run that as a 4-movie matinee the same way we did with the Monsterverse. It'll be easy, quick, and referenced, but we definitely won't be able to like piece shit apart and like pause and start like we normally do. Sometimes maybe a little bit.
Nothing is ever quick and easy and concise with you.
See, you say that, but you notice that I've been fucking getting better at making this shit more confirmed and on task. Technically, if we hadn't gone over a little bit the other night, that we would have actually properly ended within the time period, and we did that for all the other Deathborns. Remember when this shit used to... Well, actually, no, you weren't there at the start. This shit used to go over fucking 12 hours. That shit's within 4 to 5. And then I edit it further down to either 30 minutes to an hour and 30 minutes. It used to be worse. But we wouldn't be able to do things where, like, with 2 movies, we can spend time gushing over the scenes that we like the best. But we will definitely be able to communicate about them. Just not where we take constant pauses, at the very least. Because I will have the time to do so. It's just a matter of, because the movies themselves are already long, and are the ones that you could probably get a hold of quicker, or preferably for probably uglies. I know there will be shots of that I'll probably be rewinding based on whether or not it's book accurate, which it's Netflix. I don't expect it to be book accurate. The dumpster trash fire, it's going to imagine to be. I'm going to need to look for what movie to pair that with directly after it, but work that out when I get there. But that's what we can be able to do for that. So, if that is what I choose to do, this leaves Skinamarink and Under the Pale Moon.
No, it's Under the Cherry Moon.
Under the Cherry Moon. You're right. Because every time I make the fucking poll, you can't go back and click past it so that you can bring in the fill-in. You always have to fucking undo the poll to be able to do that. But yeah, that leaves Skinamarink and Under the Cherry Moon. So I'm
going to tell you right now, most people are going to be bored by Skinamarink.
I also suggested Northman as well.
I was gonna say.
You probably mentioned it verbally. It just wasn't written down in the Movie Nights channel, so you just make that poll right now.
Y'all have fun with that, though.
Of
I
course.
can't sit around for 8 hours watching movies.
Of course not.
I mean, that's what I used to do with one of my close friends.
I mean, you could probably come in for the movie that you want to watch and then leave.
I mean, I don't mind watching stuff I haven't watched before, and like I can kind of multitask.
I only mentioned
because while we all been talking, I've been like trying to work on like art, trying to get into the swing of drawing more.
Well, my ass is ADHD, and if I try to do work while doing this kind of shit, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
I've been typing up stuff too over here, but that's just me.
I can only even be able to manage to do this because since Sunday is my off day, then I would not be doing what I did with Jay's stream when she tried to do Dustborn, which is doing my own editing. Since famously, usually it's the other way around, where I'm trying to stream with her, and she's also editing and micromanaging and multitasking at the same time. Either way, let's see here. That is Skinnamarink.
That movie night's idea, I wanted to do something similar to it. I just didn't know how to implement it. I like the idea.
Yeah, I think I need to finish this so it doesn't look.
I don't remember any other, so I'll put that in for movie nights.
Just been typing up stuff on a word pad. That's it.
That'd be October, so November.
If you want to know, I've been drawing. I've been like doing a lot of female characters. So I'm working on Gadget from Rescue Rangers right now.
Furry.
Furry.
I was gonna say. I wasn't gonna be, direct about it. But it's like, oh, you kind of into that, are you?
You don't have to be direct about it. We're gonna be direct about it.
Furry.
To be I'm not a furry, but to be fair,
one of the
If you were to say selling Acorn, I'd be going, fucking feral. But you know what? I respect it.
Hey, yo! Anyways, one of the awakening furries.
Since I was 6 years old, don't blame me, alright?
Furry!
But I will blame you.
Blame Cat Susie's performance. That woman knew how to bring on the
closet, furry. It's okay. I'm trapped in the closet. She come out of the closet.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm just saying everybody gets one. Everybody just gets one. Any more than that, then you're furry.
The only one I will accept is Lola Bunny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that was fucking feral. How they played her.
Also, Cat Susie, by the way, I'm noticing a fucking pattern. She voiced both those characters.
Well, they also animated her in a way that was explicitly sexual.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I'm just saying.
So as a kid, you don't realize that, or you see that and you're like, oh, I like women now.
No, I saw that and I was like,
Don't call me.
Something's happening to my little body, and I kind of like it.
You're just horny. That's what I think it is. I think you're horny. Anyways.
Most kids my age weren't seeing Lola Bunny. What do you mean, man? What do you mean?
Motherfucker, I was kids your age when that movie was made.
Oh, yeah. We saw that shit when it came out. We're like, hey, yo. What is this feeling so sudden and new?
I think for me, it was a little younger. I was 3 years old and I was obsessed with a Goofy movie, and I had a crush on Roxanne.
Of course you did.
I'll take that one too.
Oh, somebody's really hungry.
That's acceptable. That's acceptable answer.
Come out the closet.
That movie, and I was more into the goth slam poet chick.
Oh, from Extremely Goofy Movie.
Jesus. Oh
yes.
God.
I love that movie. I think I like it better than the first Goofy movie.
I do too. I used to watch
well, she's more of a beatnik than gothic, but
the librarian chick. The Goofy was.
She's a hipster.
Yeah.
No, the librarian chick who did the disco dance with fucking Goofy, and they were just killing it on the dance floor.
Sylvia?
Sylvia Marple.
Yeah, the librarian.
Homie.
Chick.
That is a MILF.
You've named 8 different furry women that you think you want to bone. I named one.
I remember that character, and I was.
You're remembering a lot of characters, and I think that's the point.
Yeah.
I swear to God, we were gonna go.
I may seem innocent and cute in real life, but I just realized I'm fucking feral sometimes.
I swear to God, I'm going to
sometimes? You mean all the time?
I am going to make him down a fireball and talk to a MILF. I'm going to make him go to a biker bar and try to hit up the biggest heavyset woman wearing her corset.
I've never even been to a biker bar before. Brand new experiences. It's so educational, Mr. Carl. I wanted so many things.
Your cherry's gonna get popped so hard right now. You'll bleed a little bit.
I'll go full Roger Rabbit. I swear to Christ.
They might give
full Roger Rabbit on a woman.
They might give him they might give him a hemorrhoid with the amount of speed of where they womp 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 womp.
Good lord. Oh.
Regardless, enough about how horny Aqua is.
My head hurts now.
I think your head hurts now. Wait until they get their hands on you.
Oh, that is so fucking funny. Hold on. The irony. Ebony and irony.
At me.
Oh yes, that's right. I did see that when I was looking at it. The I'm Alex 8, all his friends hate him now shit. Yeah, absolutely. Does anybody know why he changed the fucking icon from red to blue?
I guess he thought he was going into a new era, and he was right.
True! This is indeed a new era, alright? It is indeed a new era. Just not a good one. Just not a good one.
Blue and his career gonna die. His career gonna fucking die. His career gonna die.
Fucking Christ almighty. It's horrible. Anyways, so recap of what we have coming up. Chapter 4, tomorrow. Then the movie nights marathon. And then I need to pick back up on the news that I know that I've definitely missed out on these last few days on Monday and probably throughout the week. And then continuing versus chats on every single day, leading until we either finish the game or we get it all done in a marathon birthday stream on the 27th. I'm imagining that we should have more than enough time to do so because it looks like the chapters start getting shorter because I'm catching up to the Savvy coverage, the clips that came from Savvy's coverage. It should be done by then, but if it's not, it will all be finished in a giant stream. And then business will continue as usual. I'll definitely need to gauge my expectations of how much coverage I expect to get done. Because as I continue to catch up the backlog of what should have already been out, there is always going to be new content that I will have to pivot to cover the new shit, so I continue working on the backlog of the old shit. So probably, even though the schedule will still hold that the stream would go live expectant 9 or 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., it probably will not always have a stream every day. More than likely, it'll be that I'll cover a large amount of news for a stream, and then on the following days, unless something else extremely important, like tonight, were to happen, I will then put out edits of it for whatever was done in that live stream, as a way to make so anybody who missed the stream when it was live can then see the recap of what was covered in that stream in its own news segment. I've already done that for some reporting of the last week's work. If I deem it important enough that I feel like I should do it or I get to it in time, then it gets covered. But more than likely, until I finish catching up to my workload, if I end up not making a recap of it and then I do another Carl stream, I probably won't recap it. And unless people say that they need a recap or I feel like that segment specifically should be recapped, it will be recapped, otherwise it probably won't. And that's simply to just make it so that I can catch back up to my backlog. Because I'm infinitely behind because of the Once Human review. It's all being penciled down. It's the matter of get to the part where I need to talk about something that happened, get annoyed because the person who said that they were going to help by transcribing or by voicing over the part that I needed voice over didn't voice it over, and I need to find an inventive way of putting the content in there myself, as well as just going through the backlog of work. I've limited how much I'm going to cover of it, but of the parts that I need to demonstrate, since I have to put the evidence on camera, that's what I'm sourcing through right now, along with rewriting how I wanted to talk about, the actual gameplay, as well as the section that is definitely going to be the "and here's where Carl begins to mauld" section. Expect it to be at least a minimum of maybe 30 minutes to an hour at most, and the mauld section itself maybe a dedicated 10 to 15 minutes, only for the specific parts that are necessary and obvious. I definitely am not spending my time recapping how over 35 people personally griefed me in a video game, but of the 3 people of which I have the majority of, they did enough that I have examples of them behaving on camera, That's the part I have to source through, and that's just been difficult to do, along with everything else I've had to do. You know, it's been raining a lot here. I needed to get the weatherizing wrap around our possessions in the back of the house covered, and doing that in hot, beating, heat vortex sun is not fun. The heat inside of Georgia has been at like 100 plus on the calm days, and then on the days where it starts raining, it gets humid, up of 95. And you know, if you get that wet heat, that's not 95, it's actually 115, because you're sweating to death, and you can't breathe, because it's dry, then it's humid, then it starts raining, then you can't fucking breathe because the fucking, what's the word? I know this word, it was used in Doctor Who. The smell of dust after rain. The petrichor of the air and all the dust and mold that gets kicked up by the shit falling down, it smells like fucking peanut butter, because we're in roach country. It's horrible. I'm pretty sure it's what actually started my nasal blockage. But anyways, seasonal fucking allergies aren't great. That's been a whole issue in itchy eye. So all that shit together, working that out, getting that shit done, knocking that out is like my number one priority. And then all the other shit that I have on a backlog of reviews and stuff I want to get done. Another one that I want to get done is finally finishing up the Baldur's Gate 3 review, because originally I could have finished that if I didn't feel like I needed to do a Dark Urge playthrough. And I know that half the story of the game is the Dark Urge, and the other half is whatever you choose to do with your custom character or your origin characters. But more than likely, once I get that shit done, and I get caught up on all the other stuff, and I work on whatever streams and appearances that I either said I was going to do, or that I'd be able to work out to do, I'd be able to do, I gotta get all that shit done before I can do that. But one thing that is gonna come up at some point, and I did mention it to him, and he agreed to it. Probably not an on-camera interview until he finishes his updates, but Arthur, I can't pronounce that last name, the creator of Soul Ash and Soul Ash 2, has agreed to a written interview with me. And I intend on putting out those questions once I conclude the interview with him in the form of a video, and then possibly being able to do a follow-up with him when he's able to get back into his own updates for his game, and then putting that out at some point once that's concluded in its totality. So that's something to look forward to. I'm excited for that. Legitimate fucking reporting. Legitimate shit that I wanted to do with my channel, and finally getting to do it. And that's been another thing that has actually caused a lot of fallback. Trying to set up things like this, and then somebody's like, yeah, I definitely want to do it. And then it falls through, or somebody doesn't cross a T or dot an I, and it's like, I'm left hanging. That's another thing that's caused a lot of the downtime of content. So I apologize for that, but that's what's caused that. It is at this point that I'm going to end the stream, because it is now 10:05. I don't want to waste any more of anybody's time. Fucking Bowblax is cucked, felted, broken, ass blasted, butt frustrated. Done. His career is over. He's never recovering. Capicola. Rest in peace. Press L. Press S to spin. And thank you everyone for your donations and for your support. And I will see you all tomorrow. And then we will see you Saturday. We will see you Sunday. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Bon nuit. Bon nuit to you all and your dying spleenixes.